So,
Oh, okay, I'll shut up.
So, fun fact.
I've been streaming this whole time.
I just switched it, yeah.
Yeah. Professional.
Hi,
We've been doing this for a very long time.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Trackless.
Woo!
Welcome.
Dabs for Azra. And, the... Yes, the anti-dab deterrent worked effectively. The last time we left off, everybody is in the no longer lost city of Mesra.
I don't know where we are. I'm lost.
And Ubtao went over to talk with some Flaming Fist members at the Northern Gate town.
Yikes.
Flashlight.
Nah, he's too lazy for that. You guys went and talked with Zeb, who turns out he's now one of the Bare, one of the super elite guardians of Cholt and the city of Mesra itself. He dropped off Rain, and he disappears for a while. And he probably left you guys a note saying that he went back to Omu, and he's setting up anti-trap deterrents in the tomb because he can't remove it. The tomb itself.
Wait, what are anti-traps? Are they traps for traps?
You don't know. That's just what he said in the note.
Okay. All right.
Anti-traps. Very clear, bright-colored paper stuck to the wall. Don't touch this.
If you guys want to go back there, you can see it. But
this goes boom.
Nope.
This makes you ouchie time.
I mean, like, I kind of do, but not right now.
Yeah.
Or, like, anytime soon.
And you guys got rewarded with a bunch of really cool stuff.
That's true, we did.
I believe Dagger has spent the last 8 days non-stop reading this celestial tome of exalted deeds.
Yeah.
And there was another tome of wisdom, I believe.
There was, yes, for Varth.
And Varth, I assume, studied that as well.
Yep.
Okay, Varth, and since yours is quicker, I think it's only 3 days. You guys at the library, there are a few Cholton wizards. They count themselves more as sages here because they can study magic, but ancient tradition has it so only one of them per clan is allowed to use arcane magic. And apparently Zebediah is currently working with Ubtao to change that. Saying it's a little too old-fashioned even for him.
I mean, he's not...
Ezra's just doing a bunch of cantrips at all times, like, no.
Since you are honorary members of Mesro, you pretty much can go anywhere in the city you want. No one stops you guys.
Sweet.
You actually, after that first day where he like shrank down and went over to the Flaming Fist members, you haven't seen Ubtao since. Apparently he's in town. You can still somehow feel his divine presence in the city, but he's just not really showing his face. So while Dagger is studying books for like a week, what's Baron and Azra doing?
I think Azra's probably in the library with Dag, just like reading whatever else she comes across. She likes libraries.
Oh yeah.
Well, oh yes. Thank you, voice from the ether. I'm studying Rain's spellbook.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, while you're trying to nose in on the Book of Exalted Deeds, which just looks like gibberish, I will pass you Rain's spellbook, which I don't remember what spell she said were in it.
It's in the Discord. I'll look it up for a second.
Okay. Yeah, I think she sent it to the Discord.
She did not. But I can tell you them right now because she sent them to me privately.
Oh,
okay.
Good.
Rude.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, do you mind if I just send them to you later?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, there's quite a few interesting ones. One that you probably you saw her use was Illusionary Dragon.
Ooh.
Like,
Azra doesn't really want it because that freaked her the fuck out, but she's gonna learn it because Dag seems so excited.
That's straight up on my list of must-have magical secret spells.
It's an 8th level illusion spell from Xanathars.
Cool. So that probably takes me like the whole time.
She has to disintegrate if you don't have that yet.
I actually don't.
Hope you can now.
Oh shit, I have the wrong page bait. I tried to grab the 2e one.
That's fine.
Just switch edition.
2 hours per spell level, so 18 hours, so like 2 days.
Okay.
To describe a spell that's not evocation.
I'm assuming Illusory Dragon is conjuration.
Illusion.
Yeah.
That is in the name. I'm stupid. Sorry.
Yeah.
The Baron is spreading his stories and tales to the people.
Oh, bless.
And what might these stories be? Or where are you spreading these stories? Actually, be the better question.
Is there a temple and/or not temple, tavern and/or bathhouse?
Actually, yeah, there would be a bathhouse.
All right, I'll just go there and tell them. You know, sitting there with the other the overweight guys, all in the sauna.
Like how you threw yourself under the bus there a little bit. The other old, slightly overweight guys.
I'm old.
Hey, give me a performance check. Why not?
Performance?
You're telling us stories.
Yeah, you're storytelling, my dude.
So,
put that charisma to work.
Are you proficient in how many ranks do you have in profession oratory skill?
100.
Remember we said not to be?
No, that's 3.5 actually.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either way, it's just as bad.
The old men have like a plus 50 modifier, so they're not impressed.
Goo.
It's the sweat. I don't know if any have been watching Game Grumps, but it's that sweaty guy in Phoenix Wright.
Yep.
I'm gonna get pwned. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm not proficient in perform, but I am in persuasion. But 17 or 12.
Okay.
I'm charismatic.
They're listening to your story and stuff. You think you're not sure if they believe you fully or not, but they don't seem doubtful at all. So after those days of study, Varth, you would have an extra 5 days after you're done understanding more. I think that is the Tome of Understanding, right? Mm-hmm. After you gain some wisdom.
I realized that I should probably wear this mask on my face and not my shoulder. It's that 2 more wisdom, bringing me from 20 to 22 was like, this really isn't doing anything.
Galaxy brain.
Understand everything.
At 22 wisdom, you gain an understanding that most mortals cannot even comprehend. You're just slightly above that, but you were still above that. So maybe not only do you understand nature, but you can understand how these separate ecosystems are all working together, maybe? You're thinking of wisdom more from your druidic side. Right.
Well, that's more what he would have. More natural order levels of understanding.
You also learn about the spirit lords that are here, and they actually follow the same circle you do, but this is the Chilton branch.
Okay.
They have like spirits in the masks and stuff.
Nice. Well, in that case, then, for the remainder of the week, I kind of hang out with them and chill and talk and explain what I have going on over in the other city. I'm training young druids, and some of them are wizards, and they're orphans, and we got like a orphanarium thing going on to save the young kids from being vagrants in the streets.
Okay, so you and the Baron are in the bathhouse.
Oh, no.
Sexy.
And if so, I guess I'm in water form at that point.
You turn into a sea muffin almost.
Yeah. I spend most of my time in water form, like, throughout the city and everything. As much as possible.
All right.
And when I meet up with the other druids, I go back to Varth and then meet with the druids and talk to them and everything. And I probably cast Druid Grove a lot in one particular area there that they've decided to hang out in. Because if you cast it in one particular spot for a year, it becomes a permanent grove.
They already have one there if you wanted to hang out
cool.
there.
More.
Yeah, I just check out theirs then.
Okay. It's got all the protections you'd expect. The tree guardians equivalent are more like giant constructs of vines, essentially.
Yeah. It's like shambling mounds almost.
Yeah.
But what they used to be instead of like constructs now.
Mm-hmm. And
The plant type was removed.
dogs bark everywhere. And what else would you... Oh, yeah, so you're talking to them about your orphans and all that in the city of Port Naranzaro. They're like, Port Naranzaro, isn't that one Cormyr trade port city? That tiny little port on the north side of the peninsula?
And I explained to them that it's definitely a massive city now, and not just a tiny little port. Like a massive city, like as big as Mesro.
Oh, that's not good.
What?
Why would that not be good?
They're invading into the sacred lands of Ubtao. For every plant they chop down to expand their city, they're chopping down part of the jungle spirits. Parts of Ubtao himself.
Actually, Ubtao was gone while they did that. And for the most part, what they did was done because Ubtao will no longer answer them either. Their actions could at least be excused by the fact that the god they followed abandoned them. At least to their eyes, that's what happened. Ubtao's return is going to be a lot more difficult for the citizens to understand, and will most likely be something that will have to be slowly introduced and not just thrown back in their face. They thought that he abandoned them, so they went to other means of worship and follow. I would not blame any destruction or devastation they caused on them. Everything was done as a result of them thinking their god abandoned them. You have to think, if you thought that your god abandoned you, or that nature no longer granted you the powers for some reason, you would choose another path.
Well, that might be true. I can understand people trying to find divine interventions elsewhere. But the Ubtao that you know is just his avatar. He has always been Borel. These lands are him, and he's the lands. Why do you think these jungles are so rich and full of life? You said you're not even from Chult, correct?
No, I am originally from further north, Kalimshan.
There are no other jungles like these, because this jungle is divine.
That might be the case, but his clerics no longer receive spells from him, so...
Baron, you are here. No, you're in the Druid Grove. Sorry, you aren't in the bathhouse anymore.
Nope.
Would the Baron be allowed in? Hypothetically.
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay.
A bunch of druids. Hey, do you want to let this warlock in here? Yeah, he's from outer space.
Well, they go to...
Want to let this outer space warlock in here?
I don't think that's what they mean by crystal spheres, but okay.
Hey, it's this space vampire, you know? He's been known to genocide things. It's no big deal.
That's cool.
There's no Eldrin left.
It's not genocide when it's Eldrin.
Oh my god, wow.
I love how you say that like it's a global truth. It just gets me every time.
Yeah. They go to explain even further about how much of an impact you all have had. When Ooptao split himself apart, most of him turned into the jungle. Parts of him went into the jungle and stayed there. His more sentient parts went out of this crystal sphere into the outer planes, along with his city, Mesra. And his shadow was one of the many fragments that got split off from him when he did this. You guys vanquished his shadow. He could never attack it or confront it because he couldn't see it. It was always behind him, so to speak.
Welcome.
So the druids don't look like they're trying to be disrespectful at all to you. They just are explaining even more so how sacred the jungle and the animals are here.
You would be happy to know the people of the city do not work against the animals. They work with them. Most of the animals have been given a good task and are used as labor through the city. They are not tortured or hurt in any way. At least, not all of them. Some of them are, and I have done what I can to assure that that was not wise on their part.
Shoot to the.
Who runs the port? Is it outsiders?
A golden half-dragon sorcerer.
That's an outsider. Wait.
Huh.
You're not there.
Like you're literally outside the grove yelling and.
They would also explain to you that they are the outer defense of the city of Mesro. Ooptao commanded them to turn down their defenses for now. But their defenses before was casting the big druidic ritual where there's just this big invisible barrier of the jungle around the city, and anyone who does not have permission to come in is under the effects of the confusion spell for like 100 feet. And it defaults them at going the opposite direction. So they just turn themselves around without even realizing it. But Ooptao has, for now, put those barriers down. As Mesra is back, he doesn't want to add any conflict to those people that are here.
Makes sense.
As he promised the mortals he talked to, the Flaming Fist members.
Right.
Yeah, Dag had wanted to ask about that. What happened with the Flaming Fist and what were they doing?
Freaking out.
After your 8 days of intense study,
I mean, she's got to take breaks to eat.
Shamble out of the library after 8 days, like.
most of them
I
have.
really wish I was allowed to eat when I read that thing. Man, I am starving.
Most of them have left to go back to Port Naranzaru.
7 levels of exhaustion.
Some have stayed though, if you wanted to talk with them. Something about them collecting ancient artifacts is why they were in Mesro initially.
Makes sense.
But they left peacefully.
Well, that's good, because otherwise would have been bad for them.
And one of their archaeologists is still here.
Ooh. I am intrigued by that.
Oh, and Varth, you would have also heard while talking with the druids about the Tepka Society, also known as the Triceratops Society. They guard Shul. They're like the secret ops, special ops force.
Oh. You mean the ones that tried to kill us?
No, they threatened to kill us.
And
Very different.
And one of the spirit lords shows you something very peculiar that you usually don't see from a druid. Iron. Pulls out an iron coin with a Triceratops skull on it. That's their
What's
symbol.
that supposed to mean exactly? I say with a smirk on my face.
It's a symbol of our group. And if anyone threatens the lands, then this is left for them as their one warning. They don't leave. Well, they don't live.
That's a problem then.
Why is that?
Because when we were in the port of Naranzaru, we
Sorry, I
found,
don't know that.
Now,
That doesn't seem
we
right.
were there.
That does not seem right at all. None of you have done anything wrong, at least from...
We were there to try and stop what was going on with the death curse.
Death curse?
It's a long story. I'll tell you another time. We would need at least a week.
We'll say, like, these conversations are just, like, these are fractions of these conversations going on for the past few days.
These are fractions of the conversation.
So,
we would leave another week. We'll do it another time. It's too much time.
Skip monologue. Oh, the death curse. Interesting.
Yeah.
Skip cutscene.
Yeah.
Monologue. Got it.
just all of them with a remote, a game controller, and they're just, like, spamming the skip button. And they're like, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Got a speed run.
It's like flipping through a book really fast. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Well, I'm surprised. Well, not too surprised, but thankful that our society survived even after we had gone.
And I would imagine without Ubtau's influence, it was definitely warped to some degree.
Some degree. Seems like they did not pursue you further, so they must have realized they made a mistake.
A wise choice on their part at this point.
Anybody want to join me in the bath?
Oh, yeah!
No!
Hey, Aaron! Hey, Aaron! There's just a random old guy. He's got no towel because he has no shame. Hey, Aaron, what was that thing you're talking about with the dragon? What's it? The one with the
dragon?
The nickel dragon or whatever?
Nickel dragon. I've heard of those too, but this one's nickel, not nickel.
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Soup. Want some soup?
Not in here. That was his laugh.
That was terrifying.
I love that wheezy old man laugh. That is my favorite.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I need soup. And he just, like, wanders out of the bathhouse.
Where am I?
Susie, why am I all sweaty?
Try Wamba.
Where's my pants?
So many Game Grumps references I could have made. Just
Where's my pants?
bring my celebratory diaper.
Mother.
Mother, father.
Anyway, so, those days passed.
Apparently.
Yeah. Boop, boop, and we just passed through those days. And Dagger, on the last day, when you finish studying and are fully enlightened by this book, a halo appears above your head.
I actually heard by sunlight, you melodramatic dude.
Nah, it just came in. There was dark, and you just lit up. Hi.
I like to think Dagger can't swear anymore, so she was going to say, like, douche, even though it's not really a swear word, and she says dude instead.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with appropriate one, and it just farted out. I couldn't come up with anything.
Oh.
It's just like putting a hand through the halo and, like, trying to touch it and, like, figure it out.
What color is your hair? Blonde? Like a dirty blonde, you said? It's like, it's almost Super Saiyan blonde. It's like glowing blonde. Bullet blonde. Yeah.
You just see like the Baron takes a sword, puts a piece of meat, and puts it over her head for a bit.
It's not actually. It doesn't cook. It's just light. I use a bonus action to turn it off because it makes me self-conscious.
Aww. I'll cast Firebolt and hold it under the Baron's
You
meat.
swear you could just hear in the outer planes an angelic choir, and they'll go, "Aww."
No, it is good.
Well, Dagger, you need something else to be disappointed in.
A bunch of trumpet archons take their mouths off of the trumpet and just go, "Aww."
It looks good. It illuminates the face.
Like a highlighter.
You notice you have a glowing complexion now.
Literally.
Definitely not the +5 charisma.
Totally.
Ah, your charisma is as amazing as mine now.
And as you look down at the tome, it is gone. It disappeared.
Shit! I didn't think it'd be that fast. Now the question is,
what's Baron's passive perception?
Oh,
Sorry. Dagger's passive perception is so goddamn high. She would have noticed.
Yeah, I was like, mine's 12.
The book Yoda, it just faded off to nothing.
Yoda. Yoda.
It feels so good.
Yoda.
Yeah, my passive perception is 25 now because I took expertise again.
Mhm.
Ah, it's like Hazel all over again.
At a higher level, though. Because Hazel had a much
Level 17, it's
Hazel had
fine.
a much higher wisdom earlier on. That's only because I got a +4 wisdom from the book. Also, Scotty, you're very clearly opening like a white window multiple times because it's just like bright light on your face. Not
Yeah, this is you reading it. You're just like.
Holy light of desktop.
It was Google Drive. You know, it's white background. So.
Oh yeah.
Totally not opening the Book of Exalted Deeds to look at some paraphrasing of studying you've been doing.
Ew.
You have learned that the difference between good and evil deeds, and probably the most important one that you've learned from this book that would affect your being able to keep your abilities you got from the book, is that doing something evil for the greater good does not count. It's still you doing an evil act. So even if you feel like, sacrificing this one innocent person would make the big bad guy not kill an entire kingdom, would still be an evil act in the terms of the cosmos, the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably like the biggest iffy thing about it. I'm not going to get any pickier than that. The book can get a lot pickier than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and healing, you can heal anybody and it won't count against you. Even someone who is just irrefutably evil. You could heal a demon lord and it would not count against you.
Yeah, because because I also read some of the 3.5 Book of Exalted Deeds. It made a big deal about redemption and whatnot.
Yes. In fact, that's probably the main goal that the book has out for its readers.
I also think the book mentioned that you don't spy and learn about the past of your allies without permission.
Nope.
Gee, book, that's very specific.
You probably feel a little bit of guilt from that now.
Oh no, I already felt the guilt from that. It's just more so now.
Yeah, that's me. It's Cleveland, if you hear the honking.
No, it's coming from directly you. You are honking.
It's really fucking me up though, because it sounds like it's at our door. Like outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 2 blocks down for me.
Nice.
Wow.
Great insulation here. You can see why I'm totally not cooking in here. But
Hey, on the 7th floor, and you can hear that from 2 blocks. Nice.
Yeah. Another important thing you learned from the book is just because you're good doesn't mean you're nice. So you can not be like, oh, I can't hurt anything ever again. No, it's not like that.
You see? Killing the Eldrin. Greatest good.
No.
Azra takes her book into the other room.
You also learn of, I believe they're called celestial paragons, which are the equivalent powers of the upper planes that are like demon lords or archfiends, stuff like that. And one of them, yeah, like archangels, essentially. But not all of them are angels, because there's angels and archons and a bunch of other different kinds of celestials.
Used to be Eldrin, and now they're elves.
Eldrin are listed in there, Dagger. They are celestial angel elves, essentially.
I need some blood pressure medicine.
I don't think they're the same though.
They're not. They're not.
Yeah.
No. The Eldrin are more fey than the elves are.
Yeah, they're like celestial fae, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like a humanoid unicorn in a way.
They're good fae. That was D&D's equivalent to try to make a playable fae creature without making Pixie a playable race. Because they're like, we could just make Pixie a playable race, but let's just make this whole race of beings that are like emotional based on the time of the year. And we'll make that a race that fits into D&D somewhere that's a fae creature, which, I mean, I guess to a degree makes some sense to make a playable fae creature, but you could have done it 100 different ways, and that might not have been the best one.
Yeah, they're the celestial paragons.
Let's go get a book. Does your book let us get a boat?
Why do we need a boat?
We have to do a reconquista.
We're not doing a conquest.
I didn't say conquest.
We're not doing a reconquest either.
Reconquista.
No.
That's when you reclaim your land from the heathens.
They're not heathens. They belong here. It's their land just as much as these guys.
They were here first.
Yeah, and then they fucking left. And they're also not on the same portion of land. They're halfway across the continent.
I agree. Let's take out the squatters.
No! What?
Ubtail went on vacation, came back, and they're squatters.
This problem the people will take care of themselves. This is not something that requires adventurers to take care of.
Okay. Then let's take a boat up to Neverwinter.
We're not getting vengeance on a shopkeeper either.
I have kind of been wanting to go to the Sword Coast, though.
I do like the gardens that are in Neverwinter, though. An excellent addition to the city.
There's Neverwinter there.
All cities should have gardens like that.
And Azra, isn't that where your family's from?
Yeah, it is. Last time we were there, I just hid in the inn the whole time, so maybe I should go outside.
I thought you went to your old school, but...
Did I? I don't remember.
Wait, that might have been a dream sequence.
Yeah, I think
that
it
was
was
a dream sequence.
dream
Wait.
sequence.
Okay, yeah.
All the tieflings were
That was a
orphans.
really long time ago.
No.
All the tieflings I met were like, I'm an orphan. My parents died when I was young. Now I'm all angsty, warlocky.
Meanwhile, in the domains of dread, a certain tiefling with a celestial tattoo on his forehead goes, "That's you!"
My parents are dead, they're just missing. It's fine.
No, his parents and everything are perfectly fine. That was more like a sneeze of like, how dare you? Anyway, so, goes back. Mesero.
I would like to do that.
What I was trying to find is, is for the Celestial Paragons, you found one that was a certain archangel called the Slayer.
Oh, snap.
Like, give me my knife back, you cuck. Say that in the book, it'll appear.
You're not sure how, but
Well, I already took it.
the book not only goes into his backstory a little bit, but it also went into your guys' story in the Abyss and actually lists you all by name.
Oh, shit. It was already in the book. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Or it got written in the book after we did it.
Oh, true. Huh.
I mean, it is an artifact.
And it is a good deed that we did.
Egg does have a
He apparently
theory, though.
was originally on Mount Celestia, a borderland between that and the Feywild. And there was an Archfey that was the Archfey of Rapids. And a demon lord destroyed him.
Oh.
Invaded the Feywilds, and that was one of the casualties. And in vengeance for good, he alone traveled down into the lower planes to find this demon lord, which he still hasn't found.
That's why there's no rabbits in Scotland.
His vengeance will never be fulfilled.
Dagger, you read that holy book.
Yeah.
And you were saying stuff to us about your action is more important, right? So if you kill evil, that is good. Correct?
Yeah.
So I have slain multiple demon lords and evil gods. So does that make me gooder than you?
No, it says that it's a good act. I don't know that.
But more good acts mean more good.
With your enhanced wisdom, you know that just because single acts do not... Good isn't something you can really measure in comparison of each other.
It's something that you strive towards. Like, it only really counts if you continue to try and do that. It's not like a scorecard. You don't get to, like, I killed 7 evil creatures today. I get to kill 3 good dudes.
Also-
That's not how it
I
works.
get a free coffee.
Also, like evil, it's more of an ideal that you're striving towards. Not really. It's a vague concept, isn't it?
So, but I killed more evil than you. So
Also-
I'm more good.
You've also been alive for a lot longer than me, so...
Yes.
And how much evil have you done in your life before the good you did now?
From what I remember, I think I might have done... I killed more evil than I killed more good.
If
So
you're
I'm more
reading the
good than you?
journal,
No, he just pulls out like a random piece of paper. I guess you're super
Just doing
perceptive.
tallies.
Random tallies. On that.
It doesn't
Nice.
even make any sense. He's just drawing dick butts.
because the way I remember, I kill more evil because evil's more of a dick to me. Good needs to leave me alone, so I don't bother good. But evil bothers me, so I kill evil. Therefore, I am the goodest.
Nailed it.
Another fun lesson.
An act of good, a lifetime of evil does not repent.
I am not understanding this.
Another lesson from the book. It would be better off for the multiverse if you're able to convert evil to good instead of
If
just
you wish to
vanquishing evil.
prove that you're good, instead of wanting to kill the shopkeeper, you should ask him to. You should forgive him for his act.
But why would I forgive him? He wronged me. According to
Because-
your book, if one is wronged, you must seek vengeance. The
No.
angel was wronged and sought vengeance against the evil. Ergo, the angel is still good and holy.
None of us died
but-
as a result of the shopkeeper's actions.
I almost died.
As if-
I got
Yes.
injured.
Just
So
like
I
I
know-
can't even learn any more of these. I just want to be away from this conversation.
Yep. It's like I'm doing important wizard stuff.
What is? I just don't understand because like, good is so. This concept of good is just weird. It's just because vengeance is good, but only when I don't do it. Killing evil is good, but only when I don't do it. So, are you saying if I do something, it is inherently wrong?
No, I'm saying your perception of what is evil and good is wrong.
Well, I'm getting Madi and Azra attack. Damn, I'll stop.
That is making
So-
me wonder.
So, Azra, what are you going to use your wish spell for?
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh fuck!
Azra didn't learn wish.
I know.
Actually,
I was
fact.
just joking. You'd be like, I wish Baron was gone forever.
Just wish Baron's mouth was shut.
Oh god.
Don't.
Well,
She
no,
would
it's a
never
spell
do
that
that.
you cast, so it won't fuck you over.
Yeah.
Like if you did it to a
Never
genie,
do that.
it'd be like,
Sound good. Let's go.
He just leaves.
Just
Go.
Bye, guys.
If I kill evil, that is supposed to be good, but if I kill evil, it is wrong. It just doesn't
He's
make
saying this on the way out the door.
and the child's just like,
Who
my
the
mom's
fuck-
over there. Can I go?
I don't know. That might not be good
weird
or evil.
vampire's talking to me.
Oh, and Varth, when you finished your tome, it loses all of its magical effects. It's still there. It just you can tell it just like doesn't see that.
well,
Oh yeah, doesn't it deactivate for like a year and then you have to put it
Yeah.
up and somebody else will get it?
Well,
Pretty
you
much.
can still get it after a year. You just have to wait.
That's wise. They say it's wise, and what's the reaction? Goofy.
That's why.
I think Goofy is
Oh.
always just like 5 millimeters under the surface for me.
Right.
I'm smart.
Always there.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Angry duck in the distance. Anyway, so you
Might make a
guys,
spot to look for ingredients.
what else do you guys do here?
Good spot to look for ingredients.
Or what else do you guys want to do here?
So
Azra only goes outside if you make her.
No one makes you. At least not
Cool.
in the city.
I'm like, yeah, if my party makes me, I'll go do tourist things.
there's like a library in the Wizard Tower in Mesra, right?
Yeah, that's where you
I
guys are
think
now.
that's where we were.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dyke's kind of curious from reading up on some of the gods now that she's read more about them and just wants to learn like generic history about them.
You notice most of them are outdated because quite a few of these gods had
Organic.
changed and shifted after the first sundering, and these books are
Well,
like
none of these
pre-sundering.
books. These books haven't been updated in like 300 years, so.
There's some stuff about Nethril and stuff, and they usually use that as a very clear example of why they limit magic so much.
Makes sense. Okay.
Dice level magic for dummies.
And
Yeah,
Zeb,
that empire's long gone now.
and Zeb has a report of how like magic has changed since the last or 2 times the weave has been altered.
That's his PhD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like writing his master's paper. It's like
Yeah.
a fourth of the way done if you spot it on his desk.
And like, there's a note in Zeb's handwriting on the whole section of the library that's about Netheril, and there's a note at the top that says these tomes are outdated, and it's like posted to the top.
Yeah.
All knowledge
I definitely
contained
want to read
within
his
the 1,000
mouth
years old.
so far. Azra's gonna leaf through that just for fun.
Oh, I heard from somebody that there's this great library called Candle Keep up north. I don't know who told me about it. We should go visit that. Yes, Dagger?
It was me. I was the one who said it because I.
What?
Like, it's like reading.
Oh.
No, like I genuinely am. So I had a thought.
Like, wow, you're being such an ass tonight.
Yes.
Baron's-
A dancing elephant. That's an elephant dancing!
Baron's on his A game tonight. He's like, there's no enemies to kill? Okay, time to mess with the party.
Throw the shit out of my friends. Got it. Nailed it.
Tony throws his bestest of friends.
So I don't know if you guys remember, but I had this letter from way back in the day that was actually intended for Kami. It's from the guy who had the Ring Before Rain, artist Simber.
Yes. I remember that.
Yeah,
Azra looked like she was in pain before.
I'm pretty sure that one of the bar here that we have talked with is his wife. I was wondering if they thought maybe I might be able to do a spell and see if I can find where his body is, and we could offer to bring him back.
That might be a good idea.
Know his name. True Resurrection can bring him back with a name now.
Yeah.
Why do I know that?
I don't have True
I
Resurrection.
can cast the True Resurrection if you can find 25,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
Baron says
Memories.
that. Baron says that, and you're like, how do you know that? And he's got like a book that's like, How to Resurrect for Dummies.
Necromancy for dummies.
I think I knew a lot more back in the old days before my issues.
Oh, no,
so
you
sometimes the
definitely
memory
did.
just pops up out of nowhere.
Oh,
I get
also,
that.
most of the books here, I would say like 50% of the books are written in Old Omuan.
Woo.
Damn it.
But it's a scholarly place, so there's a lot of other language books here.
However, Resurrection, I think, should work because he hasn't been dead for more than a century. He didn't die of old age.
Or has he? Whoa!
I mean, as
No.
far as we know.
Um,
And it should work, and I have that, and also it only costs 1,000 gold
Do we
rather than
need,
25k.
Part of his booty.
Presumably, yeah.
Do we have a part of him?
Well, that's why I was going to cast another spell to find him. I learned this cool spell from the book.
Oh, is it the one that allows you to peer into your friend's history and minds?
Oh my god. You really do
right.
letting that go, Baron.
That's what the,
I have apologized for this. I don't know if you ever actually read or if you just keep bypassing it and forgetting it, but I put the book that has been in your backpack for like 2 weeks. That's the journal that I've been writing in for forever.
I have a backpack with book in it? He opens it up. He's like, oh my god, that's where I put my stuff.
Maybe I should cast.
piles books on her head.
Varth goes, maybe I should use this last casting of Greater Restoration on the Baron.
Azra's looking at her staff and being like, banishment. Deeply considering it.
Being such an advanced wizard that you are, and with the high bonuses you have in Arcana, you're not sure where he would get banished to.
Or if it would stick.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. But yeah, he would come back if I ended.
I was gonna say he would go to somewhere in the Magic the Gathering worlds. But
Yeah.
we know at least one or two different ones where we know he spent a ton of
Well-
time. We still don't know exactly where his home is.
I'm from home.
We'll say that multiverse is called the Gathering.
Yes, that's
And
helpful.
the other one's called the Dungeon.
This one's
That's
called
this one.
the Forgotten Realms.
That's one planet. Come on, you need a encompassing name.
That's actually one part of one planet. The entire
Oh.
planet's called Abertoral.
Oh,
Now that I think about
the
it, I don't know.
Gygax.
I don't know that this spell will work. Okay, so
The Gygaxian.
done. I asked a single question concerning a specific a goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. Okay, so that it might work. The DM offers a truthful reply that might be in a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Because I was like, it's not a thing that's going to happen. And like the thing would be, do I find them? But obviously it doesn't tell me where. But if I say this, where would I go to find Artist Simba and Dragon Bait? That might work.
do
Because
we
that's a
know
goal
who
I want to find
Artistus
them.
Simba, his patron god was?
His wife would know, I'm sure. Why?
Well,
We should talk to him before we do anything.
Well,
that actually
according to
would
this
depend.
book, where your souls go when you die in the Abir Torel Christosphere of influence, your soul goes to the
it
domain
goes
of your
to-
god.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we can
but
describe that.
He was under influence of the ring for how long? He could be anywhere in the multiverse at this
You
point.
could just be hanging out in the middle bit.
But it's
as-
reclaimed as a.
Okay.
As far as you know, and as far as you've been told about him, he never got turned. Essentially, the ring never took control. He was somehow able.
That in character.
Yeah, he was somehow able to know or keep the ring for 100+ years without ever losing control of it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Azra knows that's true, but she doesn't believe it.
Also, you can't.
Like nobody's that good.
You're not sure, but there might be a clone of him in a multiverse called Earth, and his name is Nicolas Cage.
God damn it.
I mean, come on! How
Well
is this
played, sir.
not Nicolas
Well played.
Cage?
How is that not Nicholas? That looks exactly like Nicolas Cage.
It looks like Nicolas Cage
A
in a
little,
witch.
a little lower down.
Oh, sorry.
You couldn't see his face.
There
Yeah,
you go.
we're just seeing
Yeah.
the Obi-Wan beard.
Yeah.
That looks exactly like Nicolas Cage with Obi-Wan's beard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we see where her soul went. You can go claim that and build a new body.
But that's expensive.
25,000 gold pieces.
Wait, he has a wife, right?
Yeah.
How much money she got? She's a
I'm not
bum.
fucking rich.
Yeah, but I mean, 2,000 gold is going to be a lot easier to swallow than like 5,000.
Hey,
She's a barre. She's a chosen of Ubteo. Would
Is she?
he not maybe give her a discount and make a body himself for her?
Oh my god.
Actually, if you have the body here, I could just bring him back with raised dead.
No, we don't
That's
know
what I
the
We
was-
body is.
don't.
That's why I'm
thing.
trying to find the body. That's why. I was
How long
trying
has
to-
the body been gone? It's probably been eaten by all the kinds of animals in the jungle.
I mean,
You know,
there-
normally I
once
would
we have
never say this.
skeleton.
I would never say this out loud normally. In fact, I don't think I've ever said this, but the Baron might have a point. What if we
Yeah,
asked him
God.
to bring back the body?
you all talked at once. What?
That was the best.
Everyone was talking at once and my Zoom froze.
I love it.
I'm like reading up on Artist Simba while listening to you guys talk, and you're all just. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, sorry. I'll go. Okay, Varth, you first. What did you ask?
I said, well, I said specifically, normally I wouldn't say this out loud, but the Baron actually has a point. What if we just ask Gupta to bring the body back?
Azra's feeling your forehead to see if you are okay.
He's probably a little clammy.
Just agreed with the. Are you okay?
I know. I normally he doesn't say anything that makes any sense. It just sounds like gibberish to
Very
me.
true.
He
Yeah.
actually said something that was logical and made sense.
What a world we live in.
I
We
really still
try,
think I
mean,
should greater restoration of the Baron.
Mm.
I mean, worst
Might
that
be an
happens,
investment
he
or
doesn't
something.
now. Or if he knows where it is and he can't go get it, we can just
Uteo!
hop over and get it ourselves.
Uteo!
Hey-oh! Bro. Oopsie, bro.
Hey, bro.
You hear from the sky above the temple
Sup?
of Ubteo at the very middle of the town. Just you hear like the clouds, just like a little light appears as he's talking, right? And it's just like after my show, give me a sec.
The show.
What up?
Can I come and watch? What show is it?
No.
He's like sitting in the divine realm of Sinashur where all the gods are in Faerun, and they just got like a TV, and he's just sitting there like eating popcorn out of a bowl, watching TV, and all the other gods are like, so you've been gone a long time, and he's just like, yeah, later.
Stranger
Like,
Things, season 3.
yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
I've been fully invested in this weird thing you call a television.
It's like
What's this?
just a big celestial owl just appears right next to him, and it's just like, ooh, the Demigorgon died. And he's like, darn it, spoiler owl, get out of here.
Spoiler out, get out of here.
Ooh. Lights off.
Hard to do that joke without actually spoiling something. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
Azra's like, y'all want to just teleport to the church so that we can get there?
To what church?
The Temple of Uptow.
It's in the
Not
very,
church. She doesn't.
It's the very middle of town. It wouldn't take very long. But you're all high level god. You're all godlike
Okay,
spellcasters. Yeah.
You can fly.
Yeah, but like it's slower.
Okay.
This happens every morning whenever like we go downstairs to get breakfast or whatever. She's just like goes to Misty Step there, and everyone's like, just walk like a human being.
But I'm not a human, Mom. I'm a tiefling.
I'm a tiefling, Mom.
It's not a phase. It's literally not a phase. I can't get rid
I
of
was
it.
never born.
I just immediately think Azra is like Elle from Death Note, where you're kind of like this very shut-in kind of genius.
Yep.
You always sit
She
weird.
originally kind of was too.
You always sit weird. You never sit conventionally ever.
She is gay, so there's that. She gay. What are the NPCs doing while we're like reading books for 8 days? I'm curious.
Oh, that is a good question.
Well,
Chung's
Chung probably hardly leaves your side.
well,
She's
But also, like,
Chung's-
she's gotta get bored in a fucking library. She can't read.
yeah, Chung doesn't stay in the library for very long. She definitely checks up on Azra every day, but she's not there 24/7.
They probably had picture books on different fighting stances back then. It was common to draw pictures.
So cute.
It actually was more common to actually draw illustrations of different fighting styles than to explain them, because most fighters couldn't read.
Which quarter was it? There's a certain quarter of the city where there's a gladiator coliseum.
Yes.
That's probably where she's at, just, doing like when they have like a boxer at like the midsection of a movie where they're just like in a practice ring and they're not really fighting. Yeah, she's
Right.
there with a bunch of Mesro gladiators.
Sparring and
Cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
Tess is resisting barely the urge to pickpocket and fleece people, but also like if it seems like she is able to, she will definitely start betting on whoever wins the next match. Just for want of wanting something to do. Because there's no way she could take a fight on her own.
She finds it disappointing because she
Not
goes to
disappointing.
bet and nobody else wants to bet. They're just like, it's whatever.
Whatever.
Lame.
Why attach yourself with such material items? And she's like,
Because material items are the best.
Diamonds are Gil's best friend, y'all.
But we don't need them. Just they'll be gone when we're gone.
Then can I have them?
The funny thing is, these people are effectively immortal. That is the other question. Like, okay, so I don't know if that ever got answered in the Discord. For the people that have been here, have they still been like having babies and getting married and living lives, or have they been like on pause? like all of the people that are here were the people that were here when Utel left.
It looks like it has not been on pause, but only a year has passed for them. Also,
so they
they seem to be
a year has passed.
Also, they don't seem to be. You and Azra would know because you've done enough planar research. They're not prime. They're not primes anymore.
Oh.
They are considered outsiders. They're humans, but they're outsiders. Their stats don't change. It's just, if you cast banishment, they would end up in the Outlands.
Well, that's a good bargaining chip, because technically they're not Cholton natives either. Nobody is from there.
True fact.
That is true.
Actually, that might be a good way to bring them all together.
Exactly.
All from
Fucking none of you will own this land.
Yeah.
Be friends.
You notice that all of them.
No,
Mine?
no, Baron, no. Sit down.
You also
It's not
notice
finders keepers.
that
I got a flag. Who's our little cocktail flag? Mine.
they seem to have.
Put a flag. It's yours.
Just blow your flag over.
They seem to have the ever slightest of a superficial glow on them. It's not enough to actually emit light when it's dark at all, but they just seem otherworldly in a way.
Like
Glimmer
bioluminescence.
Magic.
Yep.
Kind of
we
like
should go talk to
bioluminescence.
we should go talk to Alessandra and see what she thinks.
Yes. Melisandre, let's go.
Alessandra, I think.
I know. I was just making a really bad Game of Thrones joke.
Let's walk
Her
around.
and I would not get along, by
There's
the
a
way.
season 8 bad,
Let's casually walk around a courtyard for a bit. Oh wait, no, those are the good seasons of Game of Thrones. My bad.
Oh.
Ouch.
I can say that because I've watched all of them.
Well, true.
Yeah, I watched all of them but the last 3 episodes because I was like, I'm gonna not waste my time on this garbage anymore.
I watched them. I watched them for comedy. It was great.
I think I stopped watching like 4 seasons ago or something because I just
don't
got
see all
really
the-
mad. They fucked up Stannis' character so much. I'm like, no, I quit. I'm done. I don't care.
Okay.
Everything.
So
Anyway,
what are you guys doing again in here?
finding his wife, Artis's wife.
Okay. You go to ask around, and someone's able to tell you where she's at. And she has a bunch of guards in a random building in the residential area. They say you're not allowed in until she's back from her vision quest.
Oh, okay. Any idea, like an ETA on that?
Sometimes she's back in an hour, sometimes she's back in a few days. We can let you know.
That would be great. Yeah.
Here's my email.
Coincidentally, she
Azra
comes up.
pulls out a dagger. Like, do you want me to bring her here, or should we just leave her to?
As
Well, no, she's
as
not
they
really-
say that, and you guys are about to leave, she
Like,
comes
I
up.
mean-
She comes up to the door, and she seems kind of like lightheaded, but then quickly is not
Oh.
normal, and it's like, oh, you need me?
Yeah, we wanted to talk about something we might be able to help you with, actually.
Come inside. I'll get tea.
Eat.
Have we actually met this woman before, or have we just heard about her?
You guys saw her
Like,
when
met her briefly when we were first getting the tour.
yeah, but you never talked to her until now.
Okay.
But so inside, and it's like this. It's a normal residence place. Her place doesn't seem overly elaborate or rich, or the city seems kind of. I don't want to say communist, but there's no real like rich and poor sections. You know what I mean?
Smells like communism.
Oh shit! No, okay, so horrible rushing aside. She gets you guys all tea. She says, "All right, so what do you want to talk to me about? Is it about artists?
He's dead.
I figured.
I mean, there's no chance,
I smacked the Baron on the back of the head.
You're right, yeah, but We were.
With your passive perception, you notice outside in the back window there's a T-Rex's eye peeking in.
You need me to get
Azra
back.
goes to say hi to the T-Rex because she's more comfortable with that than human beings.
Oh, don't worry about Susie. She won't bite unless I tell her to.
Susie! I start like,
Susie, is that an undead zombie dinosaur that ran through Chicago?
Literally, no one understands that.
God.
I did. Thank you for getting the reference. So,
there goes Susie.
Cleveland. So, Toby Sparks is like, out of my way, primitives. Might I interest you in some Sparks tech? Anyway, so the yes, I figured he was dead.
We can bring him back, maybe.
Yeah, we have a
Do you
couple
got part
of
of his
spells.
body somewhere?
No.
Oh.
We have some spells that would that might be able to bring him back. The only issue is we're not entirely sure where he was when he fell. We know that he did. Because we learned that from Rain, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't tell us where it happened.
You didn't ask.
If
We
you got
didn't
lots of
know.
money, there's higher level spells. You don't need a body.
There are her
Are you
level
rich?
spells, yeah.
You got lots of money to bring your husband back?
It's like 50,000 gold.
I could afford it. I could afford it.
Well, 25k for him, and then if you wanted to bring his friend Dragonbait, who I heard was pretty awesome, then also that. I think they might have been together.
I'm sure all of you have learned quite quickly here. Money isn't really an issue here, or of worth.
If
I
we
could-
spent 2 days and
I
you
could-
brought me 50,000 gold, I could bring them both back.
She goes over to the window,
To the walls.
and she has like one of those Egyptian like lounge couches or whatever near the
Mhm.
wall, and she says to the guards outside, "All right, I'm going. I'll be back in a sec." And then there's like 2 knocks on the wall from one of their spears, and she says, "I'll get you the funds right now." And she lays down, and her eyes roll to the back of her head, so she has white eyes, and she seems to go limp. Just
Ooh, you need
then,
to hold her tongue. Hold her tongue. She's having a seizure.
No.
the T-Rex in the back, its eye also rolls back, and it gets up.
Oh my god. Do I know what spell that is?
She's
Uh,
warning.
Varth, you're pretty sure that she has moved over her consciousness to the T-Rex.
I've only heard that some people are capable of this.
No one's capable of that. That's a divine
It's called
power.
warging. It's very popular up north.
She is no longer in her body, but her soul is now in the T-Rex.
Where's the T-Rex's soul?
In the T-Rex.
Presumably taking a nap.
There's a lot of room.
That's also true.
Azra has a point.
As if there's a specific space that souls need.
Are there any feathers around?
This is like Soul Eater, where it's like, I can't see Death's soul. Oh, he doesn't have one. It turns out he's the whole city.
Anybody got a feather?
Why? No.
Why?
I have my
What?
cat who has feathers on him, but I don't trust you with my cat.
One feather.
You hear loud stomping in the back, and a bunch of scraping noises from the T-Rex.
Okay, I'm gonna go look out the window.
You look out
I'm
the,
already near the
You got
window.
the
you look out the window, and deck safe.
No, boy.
The Baron grabs a bowl, some water, and tries to find some form of feather or other implement for tickling.
Okay, it's easy to find.
15.
15. You just stuck out of the way as a bunch of dirt flies through the window.
Does Azra get beamed in the face by
I was
dirt?
gonna say I was also near the window.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Oh.
So the Baron pours water in the bowl, puts her hand in the bowl.
Mm-hmm. So you're doing that stuff, and Dagger, you peek your head back through, and it looks like the T-Rex is digging a ridiculously big hole in the ground. And eventually, it seems to grab something into its mouth,
Is she
and
digging
it turns
for
it over,
diamonds?
and it plops on the ground, and you can just barely make out some big shiny object, super covered in dirt and worms, that's about the size of your head.
Secret cache.
And then the T-Rex looks
Okay.
over at you, and it seems to have the same eye, or it's got the rolled over eyes, right? So it looks over at you, and it looks down at the diamond. It looks at you and nods.
Varth nods.
And then the eyes roll back to normal, and the T-Rex is like... And it, like, seems to not really remember where it's at. But then it just casually just curls back up and goes back to sleep. And
I'll cast telekinesis to like yoink the object.
Baron, as you're like got your bowl of water on her hand and she's like going to tickle her and stuff, she like her eyes roll back to normal and she just looks at you with like no real emotion reaction to it and just goes, "Really?"
I didn't know how long you would be.
I love her.
Really?
She shakes off the water in her hand and it hits your face as she gets up. That diamond,
You don't like talking to me much anymore.
that diamond out there should suffice.
Cool. I'm using telekinesis to bring it in through the window.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit through the window, but you're able to get it around the building and in through the door.
I used
I was
Druid
not
craft to
expecting
clean
it
it
to
off.
be that big.
I think that diamond's probably worth more than 25,000 gold.
Maybe,
It's probably
yes.
worth a couple billion.
As Azra picks it up, I use Druid
That's
craft
nice.
to clean off all the junk from it.
Nice.
Well, I don't know, because
Damn.
like you gotta.
It's a
actually-
very rough diamond. It's not cut or anything.
That can
Yeah.
like feed all
What
of
makes what
Oh,
makes a
yeah.
diamond valuable is not just its size; it's also its cut. So this might be a 25,000 gold piece diamond that's just a giant boulder of a diamond.
There's also a lot of other materials mixed in with it.
I'm just saying. This size, you should be able to get a lot more than that. I mean, even when you cut
Do I
it down.
think I could
that's
use
okay.
this twice?
You think it would subtract the amount you need from it? It's worth
Oh.
more than that.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I didn't have anything in my 9th level spell slot, so I spend a little bit, get a spell in there, and then I say this will take an hour.
Oh, that gives us plenty of time. If you'd be kind enough to help, she looks over at the Baron as she gets over to the other side of the table. And she seems to be referencing, "Hey, I'm going to be moving furniture and stuff for the ritual."
Okay.
Oh.
Where's a bag of holding to put all the money in?
What?
What? She's giving us her furniture.
What? No.
Oh, let's just move. We're just moving it over.
Huh.
Setting up a nice spot for artists.
You
to
are-
Get out some of my wizard chalk and like mark a big circle just so that I can pretend I'm helping.
Varth nods after you do that, and the diamond, of course, being in that area, Varth sits down in front of it and kind of goes and begins chanting.
He just
Yep.
ohms. He does ohms for an hour. I'm doing downward dog.
yeah.
Blake, I don't know if you saw that like Super Mario World speedrun cartoon I sent you.
Oh, yeah, I think
Oh
so.
my god, I saw
At the
that.
very end when Luigi's like exercising the demon or whatever, you're just like
Yeah. The subtitles on that video are really funny. If you have to go back and watch the game with subtitles.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
It's so much of a
Thanks so much
plan.
for playing my game.
They make it like the demon font where it's got like the vertical corruption.
Yeah,
So
I love it.
I believe
And an hour later, I cast True Resurrection
Mhm.
on her husband.
a naked human body appears on the middle of the floor where she set it up where it's like
Azra?
nice soft mattress. We'll say conveniently enough the spell gives a nice white robe over top of him.
Nice.
That's
Hotel
really cool.
tabs.
Apparently, it also lifts any curses affecting the creature when it died.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, neat.
Oh, you died with a terribly evil cursed artifact. Well, True Resurrection, no longer.
I mean, this is
Maybe
9th
just,
level
like, kill
spell that
someone.
costs 25,000 gold.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for what it
Way to
does,
get out
it's
of a
better.
curse.
Yeah.
You're rich as fuck.
That's true. It's true.
I mean, I think if we put all of our gold to it, we might be able to do it once.
Yeah.
Right.
He
I've done Liam's tiny hut, by the way, just because I was bored. And just in case anything happened.
What a pictures?
But
They're just-
he wakes up. And he starts like looking around a little bit.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
That's
I
your
can
wife.
I can bring dragon bait back, but not until tomorrow.
I have no idea who you
Sounds
are.
like that.
He says, "Who are you?"
I'm the Baron Salbador. You've probably heard of me in your other life.
We knew
Wait.
your friend Kame.
Wait, where's the ring? Where's the ring? And he's like freaking out,
Ring.
looking around for it.
The ring.
The ring is no more.
Ring
There's
has
a
been
ring.
destroyed.
How do I know I can trust you? What is this all a trap? And then as he's saying that, he looks over and there's Alessandra. And she's looking at him and she seems to show the first emotion you've seen from her as she's starting to cry.
Ow.
And she just runs up to him while he's laying down and embraces him.
Ow.
The ring found another host. You died.
Yeah, you were dead.
And he's pretty
That's
much just like in shock of everything. So
So we went before a being called the Raven Queen, and she destroyed it. I guess she's a god in the Shadowlands.
It's unclear if she's a god or not, because she has warlocks, which would indicate that she cannot be a god, because gods have clerics instead. But the rules are unclear on this in 5th edition.
What can I was that?
while still being hugged by her and still very shocked look in his face, he's like, "You're throwing a lot on me here."
Oh,
But
all right.
Sorry,
all
we're
right,
like that.
Please,
could
I
you,
will tell you this tale. I'm good at it.
No, let him be with his family. Jesus Christ, you
I
weirdo.
cast banishment on the Baron.
do
We
you
do not know where he would go.
do you seriously?
Oh well. Yep.
I believe it's a wisdom save.
Do the shit.
He can play.
I think it's a charisma save. Hang on. I'll bring you back before the spell ends, but just be quiet for a minute. Yeah, charisma saving throw. DC is 20 now.
That pass.
Damn it.
Christmas, that best save.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was about to say that's kind of the warlock's save.
Did you just try
Either
to?
way, just trying to make a point.
Why did you try to
Baron,
banish me? I
Baron.
just don't understand.
Baron, for the briefest moment, all you see are sands and 2 great horns in the distance. With a
Oh.
You're trying to banish
with
me.
an
That
egg-
is rude.
with an egg-like shape hovering between the horns. For
Oh,
just the
shit.
briefest moments, as reality seemed to like
Oh,
go between the two.
oh shit.
And you're pretty
Cool.
sure you were seeing the deserts of Amoket, I think.
Why did you banish me? Try to banish me. That's just rude.
Alright, now I have my hand over your mouth because that's the non-magical solution.
The Baron does the thing that the Baron does when you do that.
He likes your
Oh,
hand.
oh, that's weird.
Non-magical solution. I just went like scientific, like you got like a vial. It's like a vial version of banishment. See, it's the non-magical version.
But you've all done that at some point where someone puts their hand over your mouth and you're just like, ah, try to get
Yeah,
them to
it's
go.
gross. She had siblings. She knows. She's taking it for the greater good right now.
When you said that
Silent
and then
spell.
put your hand over your mouth, Varth looked a little relieved as if he expected you to bludgeon the Baron over the head. At least in the
She knows
magical
she can't do that. It's strength of -1. It'd be like a feather just caressing him.
For everyone else, the Baron just seemed to like blink for just a moment. It's just like a bzz, bzz, bzz.
Boink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I give him wet willy.
Ah.
I will,
It's cold and
Sorry.
uncomfortable for both of you.
Sure. Now we're even.
the ring, it came to a friend of ours, and we managed to take her and it to the domain of the Raven Queen. And she says that what? The Baron took her to the domain of the Raven Queen. And the Raven Queen destroyed the ring in exchange for the eternal servitude of the ring's previous bearer. Reign. Not
It's
you.
not considered good or it's not considered evil because it's kind of good, but at the same
You
time.
take your hand off of him, Azra.
Fine.
Would that be considered for the good? Is that a good act or
Put
a
it
bad
back.
act?
Put it back.
This time she just uses Mage Hand.
It's like strawberries.
Is this true? As he looks over at Alessandra, she's like, she just nods.
Also, you're in Mesro, and you're back in prime material plane. Stop it.
Okay. What year is it? You guys just say the year, and he's just like, okay. So
yeah. Fun fact: Blake doesn't know.
It's fine.
It's
I don't.
1491, I think. Oh, it
1491.
might be 1492 now.
No, 1491 is when 5th edition started.
Yeah, so it's probably 1493.
It's more like 1499-ish.
Okay.
I'm not keeping track of time. It was pretty much like you guys just say the year, and then he's just like, "Oh, it hasn't even been a year since I died." Okay.
No, look that up because I don't remember. I know I did a lot of research to try and find that year. Kevin's looking at our Waterdeep calendar.
Give me
and
some.
I'm like, I don't know because I got conflicting reports all over the place.
Azra's definitely still baby.
Yeah, I was thinking it's probably been like a year or so since.
Yeah, like a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
The problem is,
I think that's actually about what it is in real life too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
I'm pulling out one of the few books that has the dates in it.
Yeah, Storm King.
Well, the other thing is, they kind of make the year a bit ambiguous so that you could have the monsters take place in any order.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking.
But Princess of the Apocalypse, there's 1491.
Yeah, see, that was the first adventure.
That was the first adventure, so that makes sense.
Second and third.
Well, the first one with the timestamp.
Right.
Yeah. Which corresponded with 2015. So if you want real world analogy, like
here it is. Here we go.
ISO does.
It's assumed that so for this one, it's assumed it takes place sometime after 1485.
Well, that's a big gap.
We'll say it's 1493, the year of the Purple Dragons.
Oh no, we missed the 3 ships sailing.
We don't want to run the Purple Dragons. I read up on Purple Dragons. They are not fun.
It depends on what side of Cormier you're on.
Those are retroverse dragons, essentially. They shoot lasers.
Oh shit.
The non-normal, the chromatic, the other than the chromatic and the metallic are fucking wild.
The prismatic dragon, yeah, in the epic level handbook, the prismatic dragon, where the elder version was CR 100.
Okay.
You'd had to have the party of 8 100 level characters to face it.
Okay.
By the way,
Cries in 5th edition.
So you know prismatic wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that as a sentient dragon. And that's
But a dragon, yeah.
That's their breath attack, by the way. A prismatic wall.
Anyway, so
Nice.
you tell the year, and he's like, "Oh, then it hasn't even been a year. Okay, where's my stuff? Like, the ring's gone, but what'd you guys do with the bookmark?"
All the rest of your stuff was frozen solid.
Probably.
Wherever you died. We don't know where you died at, to be honest. We just heard that you were dead and found out that you must have been because our friend had the ring.
The last thing I remember was this old lady in the jungle who went by the name Nanny Poo Poo. Actually, no joke, it's literally her name.
So
B-U.
We've heard of her. Haven't we?
Is that a
It smells
hag?
like hag to me,
was-
either way.
Sounds like hag to me.
Yeah.
And she was
Also,
He was nice
can I
enough
ask
to-
this bookmark?
Hmm?
You said something about bookmark?
yeah, my weapon.
Oh.
My dagger.
I don't know where that is, but I might
Don't
be
know.
able to find it.
If we can figure out where you died, then we might be able to go there and come back.
I mean, you would know, right?
Well, I was in the middle. It was the abandoned village, except for this old lady, in the middle of the jungle.
Sounds like a hag.
Okay, like
I'm
3
just looking
days
at
away
teleporting
from
my
Port
book, like-
Nyaranzaru,
She had a bunch of flying monkeys. It was a few months away from Port Nyaranzaru.
Hag.
You know, not all old ladies are hags.
It'll be a while to find that, I think.
Lived by herself. Bunch of flying monkeys. wanted
Yeah, so
something.
we really need to find a scroll of the still
hag.
scrying.
Wait. So there's this green-skinned hag with flying monkeys. Is she weak to water?
No, she wasn't green skin. And he goes to describe her and stuff, and he pretty much describes her as like this really old Shulton lady.
So green.
I can get you a picture. Give me some.
Do it.
Mm.
And your name was Natty Boopoo?
Nanny Pu apostrophe Pu.
Oh, I was
Wow.
gonna say Nanny Boopoo. Wasn't
Nice.
this the
I bet that was Chris
Master
Perkins.
Moccasins? Also known as Taka?
Oh, she's
no.
cool.
That's cool.
That's definitely
Yeah,
a hag.
she's just an old.
I like that.
She's like an old grandma Shulton lady.
I suppose she could be an old druid.
She wasn't one of the 3 hags that came to visit me, was she? That was different.
No, that was different. Definitely.
We know your one hag is dead, the one that came to
Yeah,
see
they're
you.
all dead.
The hags that you've encountered, Azra, never disguised themselves because they all came in your dreams.
Yep. It was gross and I hated it. It's fine.
Mhm.
We were level 3 and I still haven't forgotten about that.
Right.
I don't remember. I don't forget anything that happened those low levels. We were terrified.
That's
'cause
true.
It was so
Mhm.
scary.
Meanwhile,
Everything could have killed us instantly.
It was really good party balance.
Meanwhile, in the Grey Wastes, there's just you hear like a bunch of damned screaming of soul larvae as they're being herded around by a bunch of purple-skinned old ladies with fiendish horns. They're like, "You remember that one tiefling I invaded in her dreams?" And they all
That
laugh.
was a good time.
She was terrified. She was terrified. I think she's scarred for life.
LeMayo.
So we're gonna go to Candlekeep and Neverwinter?
I think we were going to
Yeah.
stay here for one more day.
But I
so
don't know
we
if
could big drink
I don't
and
know if we're done here yet.
Oh.
I mean, you can go.
Also, Varth, was I hearing you right? And that you were talking about politics regarding Portnar and Zaru at some point with some druids?
Yes, I was.
Damn, your hearing is good.
No, I just hear all the rumors.
all of them.
You guys like talk. You were talking during our meals. Just because I'm
In a-
reading doesn't mean I can't hear
in a
your
dru-
Most of
In
the
a druid
druids-
grove, muffled with sound in its own sanctuary. That's almost like its own demi-plane.
Most of the druids I trust, but Steve was a bit sketchy.
I still like to think
I
Dagger.
wasn't implying that she heard their conversation. I was implying that
I'm
she
gonna
heard
go
that
passive
Varth was talking
perception
about
25.
What's your passive?
this. 25.
Okay. Because it's really funny,
Dude,
I'll
you're
say
all-
you still heard it. Like you were right outside the grove and you could hear their conversations.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Just, I say that number and just Maddie's just beleaguered sigh.
You hear a tiny little tapping sound and you realize it's one of the ants' heartbeats as it's going across the floor.
Just have an existential crisis because the book raised my senses too high.
You're like Daredevil. When you go to sleep at night, you sleep in a sleep deprivation tank, so you don't have to hear everything. The only way I can go to sleep is in a bathtub.
You can smell that the ant gave off a specific pheromone to say, "Hey, there's big people over here. Let's walk this way instead."
So, you going to conquer Port Nazaru for Patawu?
No, we're not going to conquer anything.
I joke. Your perception's not that good.
We're gonna go and talk to them and be like, hey, Mesro's back, just so you know, so you don't freak out and like wage war or anything dumb like that, because they will get annihilated.
A war will be
Super
inevitable.
I mean, all wars are inevitable, but hopefully we can prevent it for a while.
It's
All of a
culture
sudden-
class.
The Baron says inevitable, and just suddenly he has a giant chin and he's purple skinned.
I am inevitable.
I mean, you got a culture coming back after 100 years absence. They're going to meet the other one. There's going to be a lot of bad blood. People are going to expect one thing and not the other. It's not going to end nicely.
For what it's worth, we do know a hell of a lot about both cultures
But here's the thing.
and have connections in both.
Port Norzaru is ruled by some businessmen, correct?
Correct.
Have you ever known a business person to give up their power willingly for the greater good?
No, but I'm
Nope.
not asking them to give up their power in Port
Yeah.
Nyar and Zaru.
They would end up giving up power because right now they control so much. With Mesro back, they'll lose some control.
They will,
The haves and
however, they will
have-nots.
gain a market that they've never had before. And I'm pretty sure the people here are going to be interested because I imagine there are a lot of inventions that have happened in the last 100 years and none of these people have ever heard of.
Oddly enough, not actually. You'd think they would make more advancements.
Okay,
in the
I know
realms in
there's a
100 years.
printing press that got invented somewhere.
I'm just remembering your Al-Karim stuff, where there's a clockwork construct in 2nd edition, and I'm like, yeah, no, the text's still the same.
It's still the same. Most of the
We
changes
could go to.
geopolitical.
I heard that. I see in this book that there's this land further southwest called Zakara. We should go visit that. It's apparently got genies.
We're going.
As you say that, Varth has a bit of an epiphany and goes, "We're never going to that place."
How about this other place? It's called Kara Tur. It's on the other side. No.
They have dragons there. We're not going there. Are you crazy?
We have to go to Port Narrenzer anyway. We have that orphanage there. We can't just. We're not going to abandon them.
We have an orphanage there.
Yeah. And a temple, and you convinced me to try and make a museum there, but we never really got around to it because we left right after because Mezzi showed up.
I look over at the lady there and go, "Do you mind if I borrow some more of this diamond?"
Take as much as you can.
Varth touches the diamond. Varth touches the diamond and then touches the Baron and casts Greater Restoration in an attempt to remove the Baron's forgetful brain.
Okay. You don't remember any more of your past, but from now on, you're not forgetful of your current memory.
I should remember it all now.
Remember
Okay.
all 10,000 years all at once.
All right. You remember that you were one of the planeswalkers,
Oh shit!
and that you guys failed against Nicobolus epically.
Oh, amazing! Carrie's just like, wow.
The lore
Wow.
dump is so great it broke the
I
fourth
know.
wall.
And not only did Nicobolus defeat you guys so heavily, he was going to use you as an example for funsies, and not only just kill you, but try to destroy your entire existence from their memories and everything. It seemed like it worked, but it took you to this multiverse instead. So no one back there should remember you, which is
But they
weird,
do.
because they do.
Yeah, they remember me because we already went there and they all knew me.
Yeah,
What?
they shouldn't, though.
That's how awesome.
So
I
you're
am.
thinking something's wrong there.
Well, yeah, that's wrong. Trying to fix, but I'm just like,
There. Now you're less forgetful.
Forget for a second.
Wait, that worked?
Also,
I read about it in a book somewhere.
Also, pretty much everything that you said that was overly exaggerated, like you dating the lady,
wait,
defeating a
which
demon
one?
lord,
The Demon Lord
talking-
is true. We
talking
know
with
that.
the Raven Queen, and dating her for a bit, were all things that you made up to keep yourself sane.
We already established I did kill the Demon Lords.
Sure.
Because that the skull.
You immediately remember that the skull is actually made of random pieces of trash you put together in the shape of a skull.
Okay, no. We already established some of this stuff, Scott.
I know.
I mean, I saw him. I saw some of it though in his legend lore, and
Mhm.
that was true.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. 10,000 years and I was exceedingly powerful, so.
I mean, even then, when we met him, he was 13th level. We could take out a small demon lord then.
That was true.
And we did.
We did. Yeah, we had a shitload of help, but we did.
I mean, we had an army, but we did. Yeah.
Hey, son.
I only died once. It's fine.
Yeah, just the once. Just the once.
just
Just
the
a
once,
bit.
or maybe twice.
just for a hot second, you know.
Could be
What-
third
what-
time.
It
It's
was less than a minute.
What is dying but a soul just moving somewhere else?
Yeah.
Hmm. You can go far.
No, it didn't. Thankfully, we didn't have to reincarnate you.
Yeah.
Either way, somebody should go back to Port Narrenzer and like let them know what the fuck is going on,
Make this
so that
to
they're.
make this easy for everybody. Anything I didn't tell you in the legend lore was false.
Okay.
Oh, that only covered a part of my life then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have gotten all of your backstory from like when you were a nobody. I don't think. What
Before,
the name of the spell?
Yeah, it's the legends that you are known for, or what you
I'm
would
not going to see you as a
say
6-year-old.
history of the person. Yeah.
I was fabulous as a 6-year-old. Thank you.
I'm not saying you weren't. I'm just saying you weren't worthy enough for a legend lore,
One of the only
apparently.
things I believe that you've ever
I just
said.
imagine he literally has the same face he has now with the facial hair and the long hair and everything, but he's 6.
It's just short.
About the pussy drawing most of us.
Somehow he's still wearing a conquistador outfit at 6. Anyway,
You okay?
You're welcome.
What did you do to him?
Greater restoration. It restores the lost memories of anyone who happens to forget.
also, Baron, you're pretty sure all the planeswalkers got nerfed when the two multiverses
While you were
converged.
bored in the library, I read about this book where someone went to a place called Ravenloft, and they did that to a lich. It worked.
I mean, we did that to Mystica, but I figured what happened to him was a lot bigger than like a 5th level spell could fix.
The record says it was a cleric of Lathander that the Lich wrote this record, mind you, by the name of Meow.
It was a cleric of Lathander by the name of Meow that did it. What was her name?
I'm gonna summon Morty and just like put him around the Baron's shoulders and be like, "You okay, buddy? Hi."
Just like staring off into space.
Emotional support cat. Doing
Everything leading up to you becoming a planeswalker is canon for sure. The stuff after you got junted into this reality, that's where your memories were altered.
By Nicopolis.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta find
Catfix emotion.
There's humming around your head as it's just purring around your shoulders like a scarf. It's a purring scarf.
He's like doing little biscuits on your shoulder.
Roll for biscuits.
Flapping his little wings. Okay, I'll roll for biscuits.
I'm really behind. What?
7 biscuits.
Oh, it hurts a little bit.
What the hell?
You have a cat over your shoulder that's meowing.
He's got the cat
Biscuits.
doing this.
Biscuits are what cats need.
Emotional support biscuits.
He doesn't understand. He never had a pet cat.
Yeah.
Anytime they get comfortable somewhere, they do that to the thing they're trying to get comfortable on.
It's because that's what they do to get
I
milk
tried
from
to
their
do it to
parents.
him once,
Right.
and he almost had a heart attack.
It like hurts. It's like a privilege, but it's painful.
Yeah.
Like knowing the Baron.
Pretty much.
A
That's a
privilege.
Yeah.
pretty good
Yeah.
A
metaphor.
painful privilege. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's why she's doing it to you now, so that you go back to being an asshole, because you're scaring her.
Oh, and Baron, you're remembering a lot of stuff with the Ladrin. A lot of stuff you probably repressed, like a lot of them being children and stuff.
I don't care about that part.
I'm not saying your morals change. I'm just saying you
Some
probably
things don't change.
chose to not remember those until now.
Yeah,
So-
you remember everything, even the things you choose not to remember. Those things are remembered.
That brothel 2,000 years ago. Oh, God.
Echoing the distance. Hey, Sonny.
But either way, we should protect the court in our Daru.
While Baron's under the influence, he makes poor choices.
What do you mean under the influence? He just always makes poor choices.
I can.
So, like, we say that, but
I-
I'm pretty sure in like 80% of the shitty situations we've gotten ourselves in, he's kind of saved our ass with plane shift.
Yeah.
You can
The
So-
call.
only way I can solve that.
You can,
Like,
you can,
multiple times he saved the day
That's
with
how I
that spell.
process being in debt.
you can call me your nanny. Nanny.
Oh. Weird.
'Cause- So there was the ring. There was teleporting Zeb's floating rock house away with the Lich in it. And then there was teleporting you guys to Gehenna to find the rest of us when we got yoinked out of the Primaterial plane with Mr. Fox's library.
Baron
The
just
Baron
walks
has
outside and is staring in the sky like,
Should somebody go check on him?
The sun reminds you of the one that your people are looking for. You know it's not that one, of course.
God, I just pushed Dagger towards the door. I'm not good at this. Do something. Do people things at him.
Yeah, sorry, you're the only one here qualified for that dagger.
He has my cat. That's all I can do.
You're wiser than me.
I'm wiser. I'm not good at people talk. I'm a druid. I'm good at
But I just like, how do human being?
Here's what you ask someone who's actually wiser than you in the D&D. You're like, you're wiser than me. And they're like, but am I wise, though?
Socrates.
Wise though I may be, charismatic I am not.
I'm wise enough to know this is not my expertise.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm a
Varth's
poet.
point.
I spit hot rhymes and I'm wise.
I'm wise enough to know I have 22 wisdom and 11 charisma. I am just
Azra has 1 point on you.
I am just like one straight tooth from a peasant. That's the basic lines of it.
But like a reasonably okay looking person.
Yeah.
Did you
Anyway,
your
shove
hat
Dagger out the
suddenly
door.
stop making sense?
Hmm?
Did your hat suddenly stop making sense?
No, not quite.
You probably think back. You were able to. You had these memories before, but you're probably now thinking back on your wife. Probably. These jungles remind you of the time when you're with her, getting rid of those natives in that jungle.
Hmm. That was a right cunt.
A little bit, yeah.
Still am.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the people person.
Yeah. So, setting.
So,
I mean,
I do have a question for you, Dagger.
mm-hmm.
If I kill a demon lord, is that actually a good act or
I see some things has never changed.
my world where I come from, our morals are not the same as yours.
Yeah, I kind of.
We don't have a cosmic good plane saying what is good or evil to us.
They have
It is
colors.
based on what mana we draw. We have no true
Yeah,
evil.
you're gonna have to explain what this mana thing is to me. I don't really get it. It just sounds like druid stuff.
Azra's listening through Morty right
I
now.
take
You're
it
doing
as-
arcane stuff, but you're drawing on druid stuff? Because you're
They're
drawing
talking
from
about
the
magic,
land.
they
That's
have
what it
to.
means, right?
All things produce energy, life, and you draw on different flavors of it.
That's a good way to describe that.
A flying
Certain thing.
Azra cat, a flying monkey appears next to you, and you think it's Alessandra, also doing the same thing, listening in on the conversation.
I give her a high
Monkey flies over. Boop.
I feel like a high wing. Like our wings like clack together. Nice.
I've only been here for 400 years, and this place is already boring.
Wait, only?
Yeah, I've only been in your reality for 400 years.
You know I'm 21, right?
Of course I know you're 21. I'm not an idiot.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, that is insane.
I'm over 10,000.
Did
You
I
legend lord me.
Yeah, it doesn't give me an exact date.
Oh.
I don't know what the years are. You were in a different reality.
Oops, there goes reality.
I don't know what years mean there. It doesn't have like the date at the bottom of the memory. It just tells me what happened.
That would be more useful.
It would
You
be
need
more
to create
useful.
a spell, Superior Legend Lore, that when you go to a place, you'll be like,
Faxes you something.
No. I
2042.
hear you, but we're gonna call it lore dump.
Hmm. Like it
Nice.
even has names. Like you see some random person, it's like, who's that? And there's just a name over top of them.
Yeah.
3 more Mortys walk outside as I cast a flock of familiars.
Can you remind me
More
what...
cats now.
Okay.
And they're all just
how
like
many
twining
of them?
around the Baron's ankles, like pawing at him, being like,
Well, that's
you're
going
seeing
on.
3 cats too, right?
stop having emotions.
You're seeing 3 cats too, right?
Seeing what?
That's me! Just ignore them!
That's new. Are they all Morty?
Yeah,
They are
they're
all
all
Cats
Morty.
might mirror image on Morty?
They all look at you, and at the same time, all give you a meow of approval.
That's
They're all
fair.
like, there's something slightly different about all 3 of them because they're not technically clones of Morty, but like, she calls them all Morty.
That's a little terrifying.
She's
Wait.
trying to help.
More D, more tree, and more Quee.
Oh my god.
Look through all of
It's
their
the 3
eyes
legendary birds.
simultaneously.
What?
It's like it says that it functions exactly like Find Familiar. Can you look
Yeah.
through all of their eyes simultaneously?
Oh god, that'd be
I think you have
confusing.
to pick one.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you have to pick one,
That would
That
be
would make
confusing
sense.
otherwise.
like at a
That'd be
time.
very-
Otherwise, I would just be like
See-
fly brain.
Seeing 6 different realities at once.
Yeah, I think Azra's not wise enough. Let's put it that way.
One's name's Morty, one's name's Tenzer.
Just instant migraine.
Yeah, it's true. We could wipe out quite a few like icons by giving them names.
Mhm.
But yeah, anyway, there's cats. Continue with what you're doing.
Yeah, I met a lot of people in this thing.
Varth is making tea while this conversation is happening with Alessandra in the house.
Give me a T check, nature check.
Roll for tea.
Roll for tea. 14.
Okay. Decent.
Not entirely
Not
sure
memorable
right
tea,
now.
but it's tea.
I still kind of like the idea. Well, we have to go back to Port Naranzar. Like, we have a life there.
Yeah.
And I would like to let them know about the whole, like, oops, we brought back a 100-year-old city, just so you know, so maybe don't go invade it because you will get vaporized by God.
I like to think that's one of the 3 cats. Like, you got one cat in that room, one cat spying on them.
Yeah.
If I've
Oh
learned
no, all
anything-
3 cats are like trying to be emotional support and not doing very
Also,
well. They're piloted by me.
We might be able to get a ship there.
Well, just going to say, if I learned anything, outsiders coming into a situation that they're not 100% control of, with the full knowledge, makes things worse. They should send if you don't want a violent problem, Mesro should send someone who is Chalton to Port Nanzaru to speak to them. Because if they send us, outsiders, they don't really have a reason to trust us. Especially after what you did.
What did I do?
Dancing dinosaurs.
Okay, the dancing dinosaurs turned into a parade that was actually kind of awesome.
Did you guys
The
dispel
parade
that?
was awesome.
They're so awesome. I heard it over up in Neverwinter.
That was while you were there. You were with us. The dancing dinosaurs?
Yeah, that was the
That was
Baron.
literally, I did the dancing dinosaurs to distract everyone from a spell you were casting.
Yep.
Now it's just
And I was doing magic.
Jacob is fucking with you anymore.
You know you can die now?
You couldn't before?
Nah.
Um,
Well, I mean,
Sweet.
could,
I have
but it
questions.
took a lot.
A lot of them?
Oh, I will talk to you all about that. Come. Let me tell you my stories.
God.
At least we know the memories this time. Though they could still just be fun stories.
17 on my performance again.
And West Ixalian, born and raised. And the jungles is where he spent most of his days.
One, I'm not actually from Ixalan. I went there later. Where I met
That
my
I did
second
know.
wife.
That I did know.
I don't really like T-Rexes. I think that's what
I
you call
don't
them.
blame you. I once saw one that spit zombies.
They ate my second wife.
Didn't see that part. I apologize. Damn.
Yeah, I didn't like. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
a little problem with them now.
I can understand why. Yeah.
Susan was coming up to say hi and just like puts her head down and walks away.
Oh.
Oh, Susan. I sent one of the cats to talk to Susan.
The ground's like trembling as just like less trembling as she's walking away.
Though we call dinosaurs different names on Ixalan.
Like what?
Like that little weird one with feathers that's stealing them eggs. We call that egg thief.
That's a chicken. It's not a dinosaur.
Chickens are dinosaurs.
No,
Let
it's
me
not.
teach you
It's a
about something
chicken.
called evolution.
What? That's fake.
I learned it from the great libraries of Dominaria.
Seriously though, we should talk about when we want to go to Port Naranzar and what our plan is after that. Like with the group.
The group's right there. As I look down at the cats.
I like to think now one of the cats
Have
is
you been listening the whole time?
one of the cats
Wait,
is like chasing a
one
chicken.
of these cats
you know?
you.
Nope, I'm over here making tea.
Okay.
Or one of these you, Varsh, right next to you. I'm making this whole time.
I thought we were like out in the garden and he was in the house.
Yeah, that's what,
One of the Mortys has glowing eyes, which, is because Azra's in there. Just looks at you.
chicken pan.
Screech Azra. Yep, Azra Morty.
Chicken panics and gets away from the flying cat. Feathers going everywhere.
Fair.
See,
I
like,
rustle my wings.
if it's a hen, it's understandable. If that was a rooster, that cat would die.
Oh no, it's a hen for sure.
Like,
This is a cat with poison resistance.
I have fed roosters within the last year, and they will
Yeah,
kill.
they'll fuck you up.
I've
Chickens are terrifying. As a farm kid, chickens will fuck you up. And geese, don't fuck with them either. It's alright, I have opinions about poultry.
let's hope you don't run into an abyssal chicken then.
Oh god,
No.
those are terrifying.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
They're
Wink.
so ugly.
Wink,
Or
wink,
a
and
cockatoo.
nudge. My favorite concept art I've seen for the new adventure.
Or a cockatrice.
Yeah, they're pretty
Never really
stoned.
know how to deal with. Abyssal chickens are just gross.
Oh, the cockatrice touches you, you turn to stone.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal.
Here's
We're
that.
gonna go back for tea.
Yep.
Like, so the Baron made a good point that
He's had a lot of those lately. I feel like I should
Yeah.
have done this sooner.
well, no, I mean he always sort of made sense. It was just sense if you can get around the word puzzle.
The sun is now set, and you can hear giggling and stuff. As you guys have tea and
Yeah.
stuff. Only you hear that.
Nobody else hears it. 25 perception.
He tries not to be weirded out by it.
You can tell they're trying to
It's
be.
a little louder.
You can tell they're trying to be at least kind of respectful about it.
I mean, I do not blame them whatsoever. It's their house. Also, he just came back from the fucking dead. They're allowed to have giggly sex.
That's true.
So the Baron made a point that so I was thinking that a good thing to be would, like, I don't really know a ton about it other than history, but I was thinking like some kind of political delegation to Port Naranjar would be a good idea to be like, hey, let's talk about establishing trade stuff because they're merchant princes. That's the whole, like, it sounds callous, but that's what they care about. That's what keeps the city running. I mean, if trade negotiations fall apart, the entire city is in ruins in a couple of months.
That's true. Actually,
But-
that would probably be the best way to bring the two cities together in a peaceful manner with
That's what I
trade.
was thinking.
A diamond might come in handy.
Because the Mesroans have a lot of history that Port Naranjar, folks from Port Naranjar probably don't, and they might know a lot of, like, I don't know, historical irrigation stuff or whatever.
Also, the people here have no value of money, so bartering would probably be the best form of trading between the cities.
Yeah.
Because giving them coins here would be useless. They have everything they need.
Yeah. But he pointed out
You
that
hear a knock on the door.
I looked to see who it is.
You see it's Oopdown in human size.
That's never gonna be okay with that. All right, hey.
There's a knock at the door. It's God.
Hi.
Have a moment to talk about me.
I'm great, aren't I? Look at all the things I think. Oh, enough about me. Let's talk about me again.
May I?
Sure.
Sure.
That's
I have
not
one
my
of my
best,
cats around him.
He
that's
walks.
not my
like
best
that.
batch of tea, but
Also, this isn't our house, but come in.
Oh, it's technically mine.
I think they're a little distracted.
Technically it's mine. I built it, but it's whatever. And he pours himself some tea, and he sips it, and he's just like, okay. And he continues drinking.
This is mediocre.
Well, I
it's not
mean,
memorable. I've made bitter tea.
no, it's fine. It's good.
It's no Zeb tea, though.
I'm still trying to replicate this tea I had a while ago.
Take no offense to it, but I mean, no mortal tea could probably match what I could do. Fine.
Most likely not. Pine mint. was a very good brew. I've since never been able to find the right mint leaves.
You know, I was thinking of bringing those here, but you know, they're just they need just a little too cold of a climate. I like it warm.
Right.
That just seems weird to me because back home my mom put pine into candles, so it doesn't taste like a food thing.
It makes a great tea.
And then that same couch that Alessandra like kind of passed out on when she went into her trance. He just lays down on it, crosses his legs, and just sipping his tea.
Just chilling.
Same.
I'll sit on the floor near God.
Never gets old.
This is so fucking weird and awkward.
Yeah. Azra just puts one of her cats on his lap. Because that's the only method of communication she understands.
We've met 2. Correction, we've met 4 and we've killed 2.
Well, weren't real.
Well, they weren't real gods.
They were fragmentations of a fragment.
Either way, it was a lot.
Baron, I'm impressed. That's the first time you've admitted that.
Admitted what?
That they were demigods?
That they weren't really gods.
No, they were fragments of a god, so in a way they were really gods. But
I mean, he had been hoping that all 3 would count as a spark, but
2. I miscounted.
No.
I only got part of that one.
Learning math.
For what it's worth, Umtao, we were just kind of talking about the city.
Oh, okay. What about it?
So I know we've told you that Port Yarns
don't worry, I already know. So I was thinking of going with you. If that's fine with you.
What better delegation than a deity?
I would ask her, he points up to the upstairs, but she's a bit more violent than me.
I can hear that.
That's him. That's literally him. He's laughing.
So I hear you, but at the same time, it might kind of be intimidating for a straight up god to go. However, if he were in disguise.
He hasn't been seen in 100 years. I'm sure no one's going to recognize the 5-foot Cholton as the god as opposed to the 100-foot tall dinosaur-headed beast that he normally is.
Oh, I was thinking
of the voice through the clouds thing.
Oh, I was just going to be
sorry,
that.
I just almost died of cute because the blink dog just yipped in his sleep.
Oh, baby.
I was thinking of actually being that Cholton king that they seem to have a fake statue of in the port.
That would make a good sense.
That would maybe not be a good one considering he's totally fake.
Yeah,
he's not a real guy. He never existed.
I'm just thinking of what the merchant princess will think.
Okay, here's the thing. You appear to them in outfits similar to mine, very pale. They will think you the sun god Quetzalcoatl. And then you can manipulate their leader and to bring down the...
No.
There's an idea.
Why would he pretend to be another god if he's already a god?
That is why you need modern solutions to ancient problems.
Speaking of that, I've been noticing a lot of different divine influences, specifically in the port, though.
Yes, apparently they violated these accords you had according to this book.
I mean, you kind
There's
of
a lot of
out of this plane for a while.
He takes the book and he just curiously he doesn't even look like he reads it. He just flips through the pages and then he just gives it back to you.
I mean, he kind of did leave for a while. Were we supposed to what?
He's like, were we supposed to take these out of the library?
I already knew them anyway. I thought they were for you guys.
Oh, okay. And the Baron's like, ooh, I need to stop right now. Dog, And
no, my God.
Dagger's like,
them's fighting action.
The most evil thing the Baron has done.
Dog ear the book.
Somehow,
which is hilarious because in real life we are the opposite. I am hell on every book I've ever touched, and Kevin.
Actually, so am I in real life.
Ooptow looks away from all of you. You're not even sure where he's looking, and he's like, I think this would be a good spot for a break. 10-15 minute break. Yeah, we'll do that.
That makes sense. Yeah, there's a lot happening.
Ooptow just broke the fourth wall.
15 minutes. They should be done soon.
Do we
Wait, did Utah break the fourth wall inside of a fourth wall? That's a 16.
Yeah.
That's like 16 walls.
Wall to the power of wall.
Deadpool quote.
Yeah, exactly.
Fourth window.
All right, so we're gonna take a little break, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
Deuces, everyone.
Unmuted. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
Nice.
There it is.
Both ended and came back on the same note.
Nice. Fucking symmetry, y'all.
Yeah.
Is there a quasi-elemental plane between the air interplane and the water interplane?
Yes.
That is
There
like
is now.
the quasi-elemental
We just
plane of carbonation.
The short effervescence TM plane of existence.
You just see like Willy Wonka's just like
Nice.
na 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 na, and it's just like I can't, get me down, help. Anyway, so
Floating around,
you guys are
Violet Beauregard is just like a shape in the distance.
bouncing off of bubbles that just continuously float upward.
That sounds fun. Let's go there in game.
Yeah. Whee!
Azra's teleport. Bye. Goodbye, plot.
So
you're at Alisandra's house. I think the Baron and Dagger were outside. The sun has now set. It was setting.
I think we had.
Oh yeah, and then you went inside
I
and
think they just
Uptao
got
showed up.
outside.
Yeah, to talk to Ubtao.
Mm-hmm.
God came over.
So
We're having
look-
tea with God.
You look over as it transitions back to us being live again, and you're not sure where it came from, but he has a golden bowl filled with grapes, and he's eating grapes.
yeah, so I like the idea of you. I don't mind the idea of you going to Port Narendaro. Obviously, I don't really have.
I just would like to put out, Uteo is a god. Your
yeah, no,
mind applies nothing to
was
him.
that was literally the next to the other half of that sentence.
And why shouldn't I go to this port?
The thing is, I worry that if you just show up and announce who you are right away, they're going to take it as a threat.
I never said that.
He's probably going to
It's
go in
not
semi-disguise in order to
That's why
find
I'm
out what they're
just
talking
saying,
about.
To just go in as a
Religion.
disguised.
Religion check.
Sure.
Uptao.
Nothing.
He's primarily
If he comes-
neutral in his alignment, right?
But if he comes down in his full glory and resurrects and heals the
27.
sick, they would worship him more.
Varth, with that religion check, Uptao is like ridiculously chill, neutral.
Got
He's so chill that he doesn't want to deal with his own worshiper. Most of the time. That's what the Bare are for. That's literally why he made them, so they could do the work
Just-
for him.
I don't even want to talk to No, get out of here. I don't even want to talk to you. You're
Like-
messing with the chill.
We're getting a little bit off topic like we have been doing, but in the Discord chat where it's joking around, like the little kid's like, "Hey, can you tie my shoe?" And it's just like, yeah, no, that's pretty much why he left. To begin with.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense when you literally live next door to your god.
Yeah.
You start to lean on them pretty heavily. There's a reason that it's good for them to be a little bit removed.
Though, according to this book that I stole, borrowed, you were given charge to watch the doors of this mountain to prevent Dendar from entering for all eternity.
Yep.
If you actively left on your own, you violated the deal. You no longer have exclusive rights to show.
Well, you see, there's a loophole to that. I was still here.
Actively not being a god.
You weren't here. You were on the Outlands. That's not here.
Oh, I was both places. I mean, most deities are usually both in the Outer Planes
Gods.
and here at the same time.
Gods can have multiple avatars in multiple places and understand all of them.
Well, if that's
Yeah,
the
but if your
case,
god
then,
isn't doing anything, are they still a god?
but if that's the
Technically,
case,
the gods that are
then
here now don't do anything.
how did you allow
Fair.
outside gods, which would be a violation of your deal here in Port Nalazaria if you were both places? And it seems like this thing should be, when it comes to god level stuff, dealt by the Overgod Ao and or the Council of Elder Gods. So We shouldn't really worry about that.
Well, hopefully it's not going to come to that.
Man, this book's amazing. Dagger, you should copy it.
I mean, I've already been taking so many notes, probably.
Faith and Avatars, Powers and Pantheons is chapter 2. And Demi-Human Deities is
Not
chapter
gonna lie,
3.
I literally was reading Faiths and Avatars yesterday, reading up on Saloon.
Oh, Saloon, she's nice.
Though according to this, it's probably more pronounced Salune.
Yeah, I gotta work on my pronunciation. I'm
still working on my personality.
Oh, do you guys want to go?
Sure. I mean, it's either that or stay here with those two.
That's fair. We should pick up my sister and our other friend, though, from the...
Let's go tomorrow.
Where were we? Where were
After we rest.
Fighting kids. The,
they? Yeah.
like arena thing.
Let's go tomorrow.
I thought those were upstairs.
It's nature. It's what you mortals do. It's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're so awkward about it.
Azra's really uncomfortable. Like has a cat around her ears.
Just cat muffs.
La 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 la. Like sitting on her head, but like draped this way.
He sighs, and as he sighs, you don't hear any noise outside or above you.
Oh, thanks, bro. Azra looks as comfortable around Oobtow as she does around any mortal human being.
So not comfortable.
The Baron starts
But, like,
massaging
not
Azra's shoulders.
more uncomfortable.
Well,
Here, let's relax you, Azra. Massage.
well,
Don't do that.
when you guys are ready, I'll meet you there, I guess.
Tomorrow.
At Port. No,
we'll meet you outside tomorrow.
Wait.
Sure. And then, like, one frame of animation, he's there. The next frame, he's just gone. There's no, like, transition at all. He's just gone.
he angels from Supernatural. You just look, and then it's just like...
Yeah.
It's just like taking notes
Not-
on teleportation magic, like...
Not even Batmaning, where, like, the window's open and there's, like, a breeze going.
Just
He's just
literally-
gone.
Boop. Yeah.
So,
Azra's like, damn, he makes her look cool.
Baron, you notice all your books you had are gone.
damn.
Oh.
I bet he ironed the creases out too. Good guy. Good
I
guy.
stole
Oobtow.
them for a dagger. Dang. That's not
I've
still
already
fun.
taken all
Not
my
a big
notes
you.
on them.
Okay, I stole them for myself. Then I was going to give to her afterwards. No sense lying.
So you guys call it a night and find places
Yeah,
to
we
sleep.
go to
Yeah.
where we're supposed to go. And
Go
not-
to Port Narendar. Now that because like I'm thinking about it, and all of the stuff that we could do tonight, we can just do in Port Narendar.
Actually, we have to cast True Resurrection tomorrow to drink that.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, so we just sleep where we're supposed to sleep and not in their
Yeah.
house.
No, yeah.
That's just going to be rude.
No.
They wake up,
Yeah,
come downstairs.
not be here.
You-
No, I imagine there's been like a Jello tower on top, like right next to Zeb's house this entire time.
Oh, sure. Why not?
So we'll do the quick, like, there's the moon, and then it just, like, switches to the sun, you know?
A really great
Play
show
the
for
Sun
that
song
was
from
a really
Ocarina
great
of
show
Time.
for that was Chowder. Chowder was great for transitions. Sometimes it would just be like, and the sky just cracks and shatters and falls all over the place. It was great.
You swear you can see a short, curly-haired, blonde girl wearing full plate up on the roof, and she's just like, "Praise Lathander," as the sun's rising.
Before that morning, though, that evening after the moon comes up, Dag wants to go up to, I guess maybe the roof of the Jello Tower, if you did cast it.
Yeah, sure. Ritual cast, it's fine.
And just sort of
Yellow Tower today.
sit there and look up at the moon. And
Is it strawberry or grape?
It's turquoise, so it's not really fruit. flavored.
So Baja Blast flavored.
Yeah.
It's Mountain Dew Baja Blast flavored.
I'm sure.
Yeah, it's green screen flavor.
I'm sure it'll cost like $50 to send it to you, but just send it. It's
Oh
Baja
yeah.
Blast.
Oh god, don't even bother.
God.
I'm sure it's great.
And then it's food too, so it'd be
Go to
like
a
3
Taco
times
Bell.
as
Yeah,
expensive.
it's not worth it.
Taco Bell
So
has that as a flavor in
Yeah,
their
I don't
Taco
think
Bell.
I don't think they have.
Oh
Taco
wait,
Bell.
there might not be.
No, we don't have Taco Bell.
I already
That's
told
a
her. I already told her.
We barely have tacos.
No, that's-
I told her the secret formula, so it's fine. You
I see
really
a
want to
missed
try it.
Sure you did. I
Yeah.
have the secrets.
I have a missed opportunity for Pepsi. I need to suggest to them.
So
like,
it's morning now in Mesero, and people are getting up and doing the.
I had a thing I wanted to do that night.
Okay.
Rewind.
What
Sorry. Dag wanted to go up to the roof and just sort of like sit up there and wanted to pray to Saloon for like.
it's a Jello tower, right?
yeah,
Don't trauma center this, bro. Come on.
You said it was the bluish green.
Hello.
That was the
Oh,
same
this-
floor color. It's the same color. Sorry. Okay, you're praying to Saloon.
Yeah, you have a cat with you, by the way.
To scritch the cat.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't really know what I'm doing with this sort of stuff, but I just realized that I don't think we ever thanked you for how you helped us save Azra all that time ago in the Abyss. So thanks for that. We really couldn't have done it without you.
I didn't do that. Oh, wait, sorry. As you hear Ukta say that.
I really should have gone outside the city for this.
Here, wait, let me forward you. Okay. There you go.
He's CCing Saloon.
So awkward with him here.
Let me transfer you. It's been a while since I've done that. How do I... And it, like, forwards.
Nice.
So I've been sort of worried about what goes on next here. All of the stuff that I used to care about, that I wanted to uncover, like ancient history and sell books for tons of money and share my findings with the world and become famous. But after all of the stuff that we've seen and all of the bad that we've seen in the world and all of the good, I don't know that just leaving a history in a book is enough. I want to leave this place better than it was before I got here. Like, yeah, we brought Mesbo back and it's beautiful and it's amazing. But what does it matter if Mesro and Fortnite and Azra go to war and all of those people just die? I don't know how to fix this, and I don't know if it's possible, but I want to try. I want to try and help as many of these people as I can. Yeah. I guess I hope Kami's having fun there. I
As
imagine.
you finish your prayer, and you're getting ready to get off the roof,
Mm-hmm.
you notice down below one of the torches is a blue fire.
Blue flame.
Seems like something that draws you to it.
She's just gonna approach it.
It's not. You don't feel warmth from it at all, but it doesn't feel like it's a continual flame spell.
Maybe like light her. She has a lantern somewhere around. Just light her lantern to that before she goes to bed.
So, the flame transfers to the lantern, and it goes out on the like tiki torch thing it was on, and you're pretty sure this is moon flame.
Wow. I don't remember what that does, but I know it's a big deal.
You can use it to make powerful magic items. It's pretty much like mana in flame form.
Mm-hmm. She's just going to be very delicate with it and put it right next to where she goes to sleep that night.
Okay. Then it's morning. What were you doing in the morning? You said you were like waking up the Baron or something?
Well, Varth is going to go back to that lady's house.
Yeah.
Alessandra's?
Yep.
Yeah, and we were going to try and bring Dragon Bait back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It takes her a while to answer. And she answers and her hair is all messy and stuff. And she's like, oh, hi. Give me a sec. She closes the door. Like her head just peeked out and then closes the door. A few minutes later, she opens the door and her hair is fine and she's wearing clothes now.
I'm a druid, miss. I have assuredly seen everything.
Yeah. So, Artis is at the table now. And you know, she's wearing, obviously looks out of place because he's not Cholton, but he's wearing very Cholton clothing.
I walk over to the giant diamond, assumedly still in the room.
It's gone. Oh, no, it was outside, I think. No, you moved it. You bring
Yeah,
it in.
it was
You brought
in the
it in,
house
right?
because we cleaned
I
it up.
brought it.
Yeah, it's still there.
Then I look over at...
There's a board on top of it. It's being used as the table.
I look at Artemis and I go, there's a chance that this won't work if his soul is not willing to return. Yours was. His paradise is where he wants to be. I can't force him to come back.
I understand.
It won't waste the diamond either, if that's any condolences, but if he doesn't want to come back, it won't work. But if he wants to come back or feels as though he died or feels he has unfinished business of any kind, even if it is just being with you as a friend, he'll probably come back.
He was with me voluntarily. I'm not sure if he'll come back willingly or not.
Well, let's find out. And I sit down and touch the giant diamond, and an hour later, I cast True Resurrection.
Roll me a d20.
$15.
He seems like he accepts. Comes back.
As I say good news, his body forms in the middle of the room.
I had to think throughout the hour, it was just like it very slowly forms. It makes sense more if they'd taken an hour.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
The hour is like making the body essentially, and at
Like
the very
it
end is the
grows.
soul willingly coming back to it.
I'm just remembering that scene from Fifth Element where it like rebuilds her from
Yes.
jeans up.
The bones and everything all
Yeah.
rebuild back to the... Yeah, that's what I was picturing in my head,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, sorry, I just saw your private message there, Maddie. Yes, the answer.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know what Dragon Bait looks like, that's what he normally looks like. And that sword he has there,
Best boy.
and that sword is a Holy Avenger.
Oh, baby, he lost that in the forest somewhere. They'll find it, I'm sure.
Wakes
We're
up.
just on like magic item cleanup after this.
Ham.
I don't remember what ham means.
Fear.
I'm actually trying to look up what his smells were. Give me a second.
All I know is ham is panic or fear.
Yeah, because that's all he did in Dice Camera Action, because they,
Yep.
They're just
Yeah.
chaos agents. Not to mention every NPC they've ever met dies.
At first you smell a slight hint of roses, but then it turns to the smell of lemons as he gets up and sees Artis.
I cast Druid Craft on some dead plants and make clothes. And then kind of hand him some clothes. Rope.
He sees you handing him
You
clothes.
just made him a grass skirt.
Pretty much.
Is somebody baking around here?
I don't know.
It's obviously he communicates.
The Baron shows up, and he sees the Baron, and you smell violets. And he doesn't stop looking at the Baron. This is great, because literally no one's going to know what the hell this means.
Nope.
I hand him
Artis
the clothing.
says, don't worry, they're friends. And the smell of violets goes back to lemon.
I told you, it's how his species communicates. They don't use words.
I am so intrigued and so disappointed that we're leaving in a couple of hours.
Is they don't use words, or they just use a vocal pattern that's too high for the normal person to hear?
Probably both, to be
Would he
honest.
hear it?
Neither of us can hear it.
Give me a perception check at advantage for Morty.
Yeah.
Morty's got the
cool.
keen
Let me
hearing.
bring up his spell.
I was like, the Baron doesn't speak well. Here's I.
Oh, natural 20. Bitch.
Okay, so Morty doesn't actually hear him talking.
Oh, that's total of 25, by the way.
Mm-hmm. You guys can
Yeah,
give me
good
an Arcana check on what Dragonbait is.
Yeah. Whee!
Yeah.
Nope.
As
Terrible.
usual for Varth.
Damn it.
God damn it.
Or history. I'll let you
16.
roll if you want.
16.
Okay, that's good enough.
I rolled a new die and I regret it.
I also got a 16.
I'm not
Okay.
charged yet.
He's part of a really rare race on Torel. I can never say their name right. The Sauriel? Sauriel?
Sorry, yeah.
Oriole.
I think
Yeah.
Saurus.
Alright.
Sor.
And they're pretty much dinosaur
Sauriel.
humanoid dudes. And all you know is they speak in high-pitched clicking noises that only their race can really hear because it's so defined. But they communicate with other humanoids by giving off specific sense. It is a specific mood they're in. So under that knowledge, you assume he's not trying to talk because he knows it won't work.
Yeah.
He's eventually, in a way, kind of farting different smells.
And you made it weird.
Yeah, because it is weird.
I mean, ants communicate by chemical communication, so do most other
It's
insects.
pheromones,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's pheromones.
Everybody farts.
Yep.
Okay, so
It's-
avians have that. Okay.
Yeah, it's pheromones, essentially. And you probably actually heard of Dragonbait. He was a champion of his race. Not sure if that counts as a paladin or not. His race is such a alien, culturally.
Well, if he was
from
made in second
most.
edition, it would be whether or not his race is capable of taking a class. They may not be allowed.
That's what he normally looked like if you move him over. See,
Yeah.
see how weird? Look how weird his sword is. It's such an unconventional sword. It's so
What the
fancy.
Ooh,
That's
cool.
not a sword.
Yeah.
That's
it's
a
kinda-
mace.
You can actually play them in 2E, which is why I'm disappointed they brought them in 5E and didn't make the
And
race.
they didn't make the race back.
Yeah.
I
Not
would've
even in
loved
like
to be a
UA.
Well, you know there's like one single village of them.
It's a home.
Yeah, but still, you could play an adventurers of them that left the village or that were outcast or something.
One of the 20 that exist in the world.
There's more than
It's still
20.
possible. That's the thing. It
I-
would be more fun to just
Anyway.
make it play.
I know I'm over exaggerating, but regardless, you know he's communicating by smells, and Artis seems to know at least what these smells. To some regard.
Oh,
And I'm
And
like, I know we can't get any of your stuff back, so
and he explains what he knows, you know, exposition dump to what's happened, and you smell a mix between wood smoke and a ham, so smoked ham. And he makes a silhouette of a sword with his hands,
oh man, I'm hungry. How about you guys?
and then
a
Artis
little bit.
is like, yeah, you do have a point. So Dragonbait stuff is wherever we left it with my stuff too. Then
Your stuff should be in the same place. You were both frozen solid. In fact, your frozen bodies might still be there. Although that would be a bit surreal to take weapons off of your dead self.
the smell
Wait,
of smoked
it's
ham, the smell of smoked ham
And
just goes to smoke, and Dragonbait starts to head out the door, and he's like, whoa, wait there, hotshot.
whoa.
There's a lot of threats in the jungle. You should be careful.
For all this old sword that I never got rid of.
Which sword is it?
I don't know. The old sword I had, I think,
Starting equipment?
yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like,
Nice.
we have a
Nice.
lot of magical
We have
items
a
that
lot
are
of
just sitting
stuff.
around.
Wait,
Just all over.
yeah, I sold that one. So
What's-
yeah, just
Actually-
a
Baron.
regular long sword.
Actually, hang on. No. Wait. Dag's gonna go
Baron,
reaching through
Baron,
stuff.
Dagger, Dragonbait gets really close to you. What is your alignment?
None.
It is black mana.
I never gave him alignment.
He seems to be smelling you.
I think this might be how they greet each other.
Dag's like watching this while pawing through her bag, and pulls out the hilt of the flame tongue sword. That's just the blank one because I think you can turn it off.
And you smell
you
smell brimstone from him as he's sniffing you.
I'm sniffing him too. It's like, yeah, I'm not used to this, but greetings, Dragonbait.
Mr. Dragonbait?
Dragonbait stops sniffing and just waves to you.
Hi, I have a sword that might be a little nicer than his, and I do that, and I turn on the flame part.
He gets closer to you and starts sniffing you too.
Sniff him. It's
And
proper.
the smell of brimstone changes to lemon. And he just takes the sword from you. And just pats you on the shoulder.
I'm wondering if the smells they took straight up, because so far they all seem to match.
Okay,
but-
okay. Tell me what you think. So first it was brimstone for the Baron. So what would that be?
In Tui, it's confusion.
Okay, they did.
They did? Okay. And Lemon's joy, pleasure.
It's
Lemon joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a soap joke.
You suddenly smell baked bread as Dragonbait breaks the fourth wall and looks at the camera, which represents anger.
Because I got most of them, but just by context, but it's like, I wonder if they actually were the same. Yeah. That's cool.
I don't think baked bread really mixes with anger, though. Grr,
Yeah,
I'm doing bakery. Grr.
None of it really would work smell-based for us at all in any case. I mean, other than like maybe if he gets really angry, you smell like jalapenos or something.
But
Really angry. Oh, it smells like jalapenos in here. Oh.
Dagger, as he unsheathes the sword and he's looking at it and balancing it, you can clearly tell he is definitely a fighter. He knows what he's doing with the sword, and you can faintly smell wood smoke.
So, guys, quickly, whatever we do, I'm not quite sure why he smells like it, but we need to prevent him from doing that fart smell. It's nasty. So,
He tilts his
whoever
head.
knows what
If you look over, he's just looking at you guys, tilting his head.
You know he can understand us, right?
I'm whispering to you so we know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Dragon
saying.
We don't know what causes you smell like a fart, but can
The-
you please not fart around us? It smells. Is that better? Look how rude you made me.
Well,
You smell honey.
Good.
You smell
I'm
honey.
glad we're leaving.
His shoulders relax, and you smell honeysuckle, and he goes over and pats the Baron's head like he's a child.
There.
You got condescended to. That's your punishment.
There.
Smell of condescension.
Tenderness or concern?
I am not.
There. You might need a shield to go with that.
Yeah,
This guy
the wood.
should anything. He's
Yeah.
only 4'10".
yeah. Now,
Oh, baby!
now that I'm looking at his stuff, I'm starting to agree with you, Kevin. I wish he had there was like 5 more of these guys in this adventure. This is fun.
Yeah, he's amazing.
These guys are amazing.
That's what I'm saying. This would be fun to do. This would be exciting. Some fun thing to add, and they just didn't.
Like the wizards are there's 4 species. One of which is a triceratops. One is a pterodactyl-like one.
And one has
the
like
other
fin
spin
thing.
back.
Yeah.
The big, strong triceratops are mainly the wizards of the people, and they don't have spell books. Instead, they have these large staffs that they record all their spells on.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, they're really cool. They're very exotic. I like them.
Yeah, it's neat. I like that. I like that concept.
Actually, a lot of the Cholton wizards do the same thing with their staffs.
So Barth goes outside and finds a rather large stray rock.
Uh,
Here, boy. Here, coming rock.
And uses greater stone shape to turn it into a shield.
okay.
Nice.
Let's see how
You know what?
good of a shield it looks like.
Give me
Oh my God! Not the bird.
give me an intelligence.
Intelligence save?
No, just check.
Oh.
Add your intelligence modifier. Are you proficient with weaponsmithing or anything like that?
No.
Okay, then just your intelligence, not proficiency.
Got it. Oh, I rolled a 20.
Oh! So you were able to make it like thin enough and balanced enough that it's quite feasible as a shield. It's not like heavy as a great shield, you know?
If you're going out in the jungle, you should at least have something to give you protection. And I hold the shield up to Dragonbait.
You swear Elf Somewhere subscribed. So thank you, Rain, for the subscription.
Also, that coming from the druid in a genie outfit and nothing else.
Right.
Protection.
What do you
No,
mean?
you have like that awesome leather armor on, don't you?
Oh, that's
Varth?
right.
Got, like,
Yeah.
Sorry.
really magical stuff.
Christine did.
Yep.
Oh, you got that mithril plate you were been wondering about. You get at the bar of it. Though I don't know if it's going to fit him. He's kind of short. What?
we
Wait,
have-
what?
We have breastplate.
I give the stone shield to
We have
Dragonbait.
the plate armor.
You give the shield to him, and he him and Alessandra and them. She's has like spare random stuff, so it's like leather straps, so he can have it as a shield. And as he gets it equipped and everything, like there's a little montage of him fitting up for it. You smell tar as he like holds it up.
No, tar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then artist looks at you, Varth, when he does that and says he likes it.
Ah. Sorry, I didn't
Plate
bring my...
armor around here somewhere too.
What?
But I don't know if it would fit him.
Those
Since,
tarred feathered ones. I didn't like it.
since a certain someone just joined, I'll catch her up. The group's
Dude.
still in Mesro, but Varth has been resurrecting Artist Simper and Dragonbait. They just resurrected Dragonbait today.
Yeah, this is relevant to you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody killed them, so we're bringing them back.
And then Varth just used Stone Shape to make him a shield because they both
Raider stone shape.
they both had nothing. So
Because regular stone shape can't make complicated objects at all.
Wouldn't it have been easier to make a wooden shield? It's lighter and more durable for hitting.
You would think, but I don't have a magic spell that can do that.
You don't have warp wood or wood shape?
meanwhile, in the Tomb of the Nine Gods, Zebediah's like, I could really use Fabricate to make some really cool wooden things. Oh well. I got like
Is warp a spell still?
I don't
No.
know.
It's not.
no. Regardless. Okay, so thanks.
Too many innuendos.
We'll we're gonna go back and get our stuff.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Where
Nobody's
did you
counting on you.
die?
Hmm?
Please tell
We
us.
weren't entirely sure.
Dragonbait looks over at Artis, and you smell honeysuckle. And Artis looks over to you, and he says, "I'm pretty sure I remember where we were at."
Would we teleport them there? Well, it'd be dangerous. I guess we don't know where it is.
It's in the middle
I'll
of the
cast a
jungle.
message to Dragonbait and see if he can reply to me. Can you tell us? Do you know exactly where he died? Technically, the response is telepathic, so he can respond to me.
Is it telepathic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I love it. I love it. Okay, what'd you ask?
I just ask him if he can tell me exactly where he died. You can reply to this message.
First time ever in history, Dragonbait's gonna have a voice. Give me a second.
No
No pressure.
Yeah, don't fucking pressure, dude.
No pressure.
Something squeaky.
Markiplier. I'm joking. He's like, I'm pretty sure that old grandma took our stuff.
Okay, I relay that to the rest of the group. Where's the old grandma? And is she a hag? She sounds gross. You can reply to this message.
You know, no one's talked to me telepathically in a long time. Oh, sorry, I forgot that.
Baby.
Oh,
Aw.
that story. I know.
I don't have the actual telepathy fucking spell. Well, message is a cantrip, so I can just do
Right,
this
just
forever.
keep spamming message.
Yeah. Keep going, fam. You can
Okay,
fly to the
we'll
space.
just say you keep doing that.
Yeah,
I'm looking on the actual map here just to see.
cool.
It's very interesting that they put Dragonbait and Artemis Cimber together in 5e, because in 2e they had like very nothing in common.
Yeah,
Listen, if they just put those two.
you wouldn't.
That's cute. I like them.
You wouldn't know in character, but it was just quite a coincidence that they both were in Chult. It's more of Dragonbait ended up here and saw Artis here and decided to help him. Because he knew him. You know, it's like, oh, hey, I remember you. That kind of thing. This, shouldn't be too far from here, actually. If this is Mesro, then it should be a little bit north of here, I think. I know we were south of Port Naranzaru.
Oh, that's nifty.
Okay.
But then again,
If you want
all
us to
the,
follow you there, we can. But
alternative.
like, I just don't want you guys to die again.
Yeah, were they interested in taking? I had that the fancy plate armor, but it's non-magical, so I don't know if it would fit either of them.
It might fit Artemis if he wears armor.
tell the nice blonde lady I can wear it.
Oh, Dragonbait could wear it.
Oh, cool.
Also, he thinks you're a nice blonde lady.
Oh,
She's blonde?
Her name's Dag, by the way.
blonde this whole time.
Dag? Like Dagger?
Yes.
It's
I
an
always
nickname.
thought that was weird. I said telepathically and not out loud.
Huh. Interesting. I mean, it's
Especially
better.
since her sister has a human name. I just like, I mean, it's whatever, but you know.
I mean,
It's a nickname.
it's better than the nickname I was given, Dragonbait.
That's true. Do you have a real name that we should actually call you that we can say with words?
Yeah. It's...
Guys, his name is
I'm just imagining there's just this man. No, oh, okay, no.
Yeah. This goes on for several
Utal
minutes.
just shows up and he's like, "Can we leave, or are they gonna be?"
Okay, hey,
Ready yet?
hey, Mr. Lore Master, does he have an actual name?
Looking it up now.
I know you are. That's why I asked. 'Cause I'm pretty sure Dragonbait was a nickname he was given in the first edition adventure that he was first in.
Yeah, I'm looking at
Some
Because he was big for Dragon, one would guess.
Yeah, some human dragon found him while they were going to be food for a dragon, I
I
think.
love that human
Dragon-
dragon. is a
real
thing.
name translates roughly as champion.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
My real name is Champion. Since
So
it's
it's
speaking
you
via
pretty much-
telepathy.
His name is Mercury now.
Mercury.
After Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
The other two.
Oh,
Because he's
wrong
in
Mercury.
It's his adopted sister Elias, who may be alive because she was artificial, who gave him the name Dragonbait because she woke up, saw him, and was like, "If you come near me, I'm going to make you Dragonbait."
That's what it was. Okay. I remember reading that somewhere.
Oh.
Oh, that's where the name came from.
Siblings are shit.
His sibling is a human, kind of. It's weird. All right.
Okay.
So,
He's also one of the few people who can actually talk to him because the magic bond between them.
Ah,
the Azur bond or something, right?
Azra bonds is
Yeah.
the book. It's, yeah.
Azra bonds?
Azra,
Azra, you've done more than we thought.
you
Ah,
bond.
save Azra! Ah.
I will.
I would really like to get
oh.
my Holy Avenger sword back.
Yeah, I
That's
that
fair.
makes sense.
So do you want us to teleport you there or not? Do you think he'll be alright?
That'll be helpful.
Just don't fucking die again. That's all. That's all I ask.
Can you tell Artis that? Because I can't really communicate complex messages like that to him.
Yeah, no, I do. I feel like things that aren't me shitting on my friends' names, I'm saying out loud, as well as like mentally.
Also, do you think everyone's looking at us weird? Because neither of us are talking. We're just staring at each other.
No,
I mean,
Dags
probably.
at this point is talking to Alessandra and telling her that we were planning on going to Port Naranzaru shortly with Utal.
Yeah. Okay.
He suddenly, like the old school D&D cartoon, like the Dungeon Master, just appears from behind Alessandra, and he's like, "You ranked?"
It's terrifying.
Done
Never
on master.
Never gonna get.
Never gonna get it.
Never gonna get okay with that. Okay.
Alessandra's like, you'd be surprised.
I think Azra was gonna pop Artis and Dragonbait over to maybe where they left their stuff.
I mean, like, I don't know if I've got a really, like, good read on where they were, though.
Okay, wait. Where do you think your stuff was at?
I don't know.
And then Artis is like, this abandoned village in the jungle. And he's just like, and Ooptow's like, just like, seems like he's searching for something for a second. He's like, oh, no, it's not there.
Oh.
Well,
do you know where it actually is?
Yeah, we're all going to the same place.
Mighty Lord.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's important Arn's art. Also, how do you guys deal with poison?
What?
My cat's fine.
Like getting poisoned or poisoning others?
I think I have an antitoxin.
Well, their bodies are in a room filled with poisonous gas.
My cat can get it.
I can turn into water.
My cat's immune to poison.
When I'm water, I don't need to breathe.
I don't know if that makes you immune to poisonous gas.
I'm not sure. I'm
my
immune
cat,
to it. Wait a minute.
Cat has damage and condition immunities to poison and poisoned.
What?
Yeah, but is your cat strong enough to lift?
Varth, can you not
Great
use
armor.
yours?
You can just do this for several hours.
Blow the gas away?
Oopteo seems to blink for just a moment where he wasn't there, and then he's back.
Ah!
You're not
doing
dead.
that.
And you just barely smell something foul just come off him when he blinks back, and he's just like,
Oh, Brimstone! Brimstone!
and he's like,
Oh, he's speaking to Dragonbait. Can you guys not?
yeah, no, the gas is definitely would kill you guys. You don't need to breathe; it would still kill you.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
Wait.
Great.
Why didn't you just grab the items while you were there?
It's not my maze.
God damn it. Would it kill my cat? I
No.
hold my cat up to Ooptow.
I think
Nah.
we can find a way around it. As long as we can figure out where it is, we can figure it out.
Also,
We got lots of
Dragonbait, your sword's not there. And then Dragonbait immediately. Oh damn it! I just put the book away. Dragonbait immediately smells of ham.
Whatever the infuriated scent is.
He immediately
He's
just
afraid of his
a very strong smell of ham as his eyes widen. But the good news is it's right here, and he just.
Roses is a good smell.
What?
Sadness.
Oh.
Aww. Now I'm also sad.
Yeah, it's like the more pleasant the smell, the worse the emotion overall, if you think about it.
The good news is, I think Zebediah has your sword.
The thief!
That's much better. Well, he probably recognized it and was bringing it back. Why was he in?
Yeah, he just said he was going to bring it back. And then suddenly
I'm so
teleporting
confused of the timeline of events.
Teleporting next to Ooptow with the teleportation spell, Zebediah appears. And he's like, oh, hey, Dragonbait.
What?
I've never talked to you like ever, but in case somehow you came back, here you go. And he just hands him the Holy Avenger sword.
Okay, where did you find that, Zeb?
It was on his dead body before when me and the spell squad found him.
Wait.
So we could have asked you where the dead body
around
was.
this whole time?
Okay, a few people talked at once. What?
Sorry, it's fine.
I said, have you been carrying it around this whole time?
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, the rest of your stuff is going to have to wait until we get to Port Naranzaru, guys. But you got the cool sword, so maybe give the flaming one to Artis.
I thought he liked ice.
I was gonna say that's like thematically interesting.
All right, well, back
I did
to
think of that too.
Becomes an ice sword as soon as he touches it.
back to programming illusions. I'm almost done with the third floor, and he teleports away.
Have fun!
Dude, it's been like a week and a half.
You know how many teleports back again? Do you know how many traps are in the Tomb of the Nine Gods?
Oh, we do. It's fine.
Yeah.
Did you just want me to like transport the entire tomb away?
It's planar locked.
And
But it's
That's like trying to teleport the world away.
yeah, I know.
That sounds like a fucking goth lyric.
Jack's like really conflicted. That's that place is like the stuff of nightmares, but it's also a treasure trove of history. Like no one has. There's been like maybe 20 people that have made it in and out of there alive.
Yeah, that's why I'm not destroying the place. I'm just nullifying the traps.
That's why I don't want him to send it away.
As much as I don't like that
No,
word.
we're going to Port Naranjaro. Let him spend a week and a half doing all this work, and you're going to negate his stuff by sending it to some god knows what plane.
Oh, hey,
Now remember ass crack. I remember that fucker.
Oh, Azra?
I finally remember where I knew that name from.
Wait.
Thank you. Okay, let's go.
Zebediah looks worried. He's like, wait, you know who that is?
I know that name. Yeah.
Do you know where he's
Yeah,
at?
you heard us talking about him.
Do you know where he's at?
Currently? No, why would I
And
know
Zeb
that?
looks really serious.
No. He's from Orth.
What?
Orth.
What the
Sorry.
fuck is Orth?
Give me a Brooklyn
Bless
accent
you.
going. It's from Orth.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Orth.
I'm Azra.
The normal Orth greeting. Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
I was,
I imagine one kind of slips into that.
Old guy sitting on a bench reading a newspaper. Hey, I'm walking here.
I was
I'm mentioning it.
I was working at a for a couple mages trying to make some money. I still need money. I'm sorry, people. And they talked about
I respect the hustle.
Asarak and all that. I've been wanting to remember where I heard that name from this whole time. You guys never helped me with that.
No, we told you who it was literally every time, and you're like, who?
Yeah, I was trying to remember where I heard it from.
How long ago?
None of us are gonna
No.
know.
Oh, that's like a century or so ago.
Oh, then that's irrelevant.
I don't know your life.
I'm sorry, that part wasn't included in the spell.
I'm sorry. But
Pardon?
yeah, he's from
Yeah.
Orth.
How am I supposed
Apparently,
to know
pardon?
where you...
they said he's an apprentice of a guy named who used to be an apprentice of a guy named Vicna.
Pardon my French. But Azra's just like, bitch, I don't know your life.
Bitch, I don't know your life.
But yeah, I worked for this magical academy kind of thing for a while. Mainly teaching some basic stuff because I needed money, and that's where I met that Mordenkainen fella.
Zeb nods.
He what?
Takes a step back, nods, takes a step back, and teleports.
I was teaching
It's just
proper,
like.
yeah, I taught proper way to collect spell components.
You did say that. You did say that.
Yeah. Because some people really, when you're first beginning, you're just like, I can use any part of the plant, but that's not really true. Apparently, you need very specific parts of plants.
That's when you all realize that you're right outside Port Naranjaro with Uta.
Holy
crap.
shit!
I've been talking way
That's
too long.
terrifying.
No, I just
No?
teleported everybody. No big deal.
Azure,
It's-
it never occurred to me how much more of a comfort it is to see you actually doing verbal and somatic components to cast a spell.
As opposed to Uta
Yeah.
just going.
As opposed to
Please
just,
do that.
it happens at
Yeah.
will because I said so, because I'm a god.
I used to
I
have
was just
that
like, I'm
ability.
starting to understand why it's annoying that I just like leave magically
Over
where I don't
about-
want to do this thing.
Why is that
Sounds
annoying? It's
actually
pretty
go-
fun, see? And then all of a sudden you guys are in a swamp, and then suddenly you're in the mountain range, and then suddenly you're back at the port again. All within the
Fucking
span
damn
of one turn.
Cool.
Terrified.
And first the everybody doesn't talk. Yeah, exactly.
Teleportation sickness. Sorry.
Whew,
It's
not
just-
used to going so fast.
It's like Guardians of the Galaxy where they make like 18 jumps. So everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Whoa."
Everyone's face is all like.
Yeah, Dagger. About a century ago, a lot of wizards learned how to cast spells without somatic and stuff. Then apparently someone changed things, and now only sorcerers can do it occasionally.
Weird.
That is weird. As Ubtao starts walking in his king whatever disguise.
Okay, shit, he's walking in as the guy that doesn't exist, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
Now,
The best disguise.
anyway, we should
The
probably go to
unseen
the
servant
orphanage.
can only lift 30 pounds. Maddie's not here, never mind.
Yeah, we should go to that orphanage / library / museum / temple / zoo.
No, it's not a zoo.
That's kids.
As you guys walk into town, you just happen to go by a street corner where there's a tabaxi minstrel. And Ubteo, in his disguise, is casually talking with this tabaxi minstrel. And he's just like, oh, I see that your people have made quite a comfortable living here. Your music's pretty lovely. And then the tabaxi's like, what do you mean by our people?
Racist.
And he's like, well, you see, back in my day, as you guys are going by.
He looks like a 27-year-old man.
With a really fancy royal crown.
Yeah, with like a fucking expensive ass golden royal crown.
With a leopard pelt cloak, if I remember correctly.
Ubteo!
And a royal
Ask him the
scepter.
difference between tabaxi and tabaxi.
Don't just call him fucking that. We didn't plan any of this. We
Why?
really should have.
And what? We're going to the orphanage.
Because he's disguised. What are we supposed to call him?
Okay, Azra, you missed out on, you guys are in town. Ubteo's in his king disguise, and he's casually talking to one of the tabaxi minstrels.
God damn it, Ubteo.
And then he was casually racist. He's like, it's nice to see you and your people have made a good living for yourself.
Ooh, cool.
Like back
Yeah,
in my
Azra's
day,
not
if
having
people
any-
tell you look like you're 27. Also, we shouldn't be calling you just Ubtao in the middle of the street.
Also, he
Yeah,
like
Azra's Bali's.
this
like,
town, this town is known to be quite colorful because dye is one of their main exports. He stands out.
Ooh.
Because
in
he
this
looks
town.
normal.
No, somehow he stands out, despite how colorful and bright all the clothes and the building painting is. And
Ow. And I'm in bright pink too.
Mhm.
Let's go to your orphanage / zoo / library / museum.
Okay, I cast teleport and we all leave before
What?
Ubteo.
We're at the point
Okay.
where it's over.
As you're getting ready to teleport, you just see a bunch of like really young adventurers, and one's like, "That's Azra."
Yeah, cool. She would have done that anyway. Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
right next door. We didn't even teleport. They were 20 feet away.
Oh, shit.
Azra does not give autographs. Azra gives fear.
Where's Stream of Annihilation? I want to look at the map.
Okay, I gotta ask, did you teleport Dragonbait and Artis?
Nope.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
They're over at the creature limit anyway. But also, like, nope, she don't give a shit. They're fine.
So,
They're with Ubteo.
They're with God. That means something very different.
Yeah,
They
let's
can't
do
be in a
that.
safer place.
only in a fantasy realm can you say they're with God now.
And they're not dead. They were recently dead, but they're not anymore.
Yeah.
This is just like,
Nice and confusing for everybody.
His name's not Artemis. It's Artis.
yeah, I was calling Artemis.
All of you have been like you got Blank into it too.
Artemis is like one of my favorite gods too, and it's like, oof.
I don't know how to say his name. So
Artist. Just take the "m" out.
Yeah,
artist.
No, it's just like
Yeah.
an artist, like somebody who draws, but you just take off
That's
the
So-
That's a good way to do it.
I must also apologize because I'm used to saying Artemis Entreri, which is the legendary assassin from the Drizzt novels, and not this guy whose name is spelled the same way but is pronounced Artis as opposed
That's
to.
Cool. Of course it is.
As you guys teleport
It's
into
actually
the
spelled differently.
orphanage,
Or TUS. Okay.
you notice a teen Chultan that's wearing light blue robes of Isticia, and they're using the cantrip shaped water to clean the ground, and their hands just flicking back and forth, and it's the equivalent of like mopping, but it's just the water.
Cool.
It's a great way to teach to use the spell.
You know,
Yeah.
I meant like this.
I must-
We have like a teleportation circle room, even though I haven't got around to like actually putting a teleportation circle in there.
I must
like-
applaud you, Varth.
There's a teleport
Saving
room.
all these people is amazing.
It's not slaves, it's chores. Stop it. Why are you
Dude.
like this?
Did you pay them?
Azra's really considering learning silence
Live here.
just for this exact purpose.
The kid says, like we get allowances.
Do you have freedom to leave?
Hey,
whenever
buddy,
you-
how about you go study in your room for a sec? Thanks for you doing your chores. Bye.
No, but I need to teach you about economic slavery.
He's that awkward kid thing where he's like trying to follow the directions, but you gave him contradicting directions.
Off you go, bud. I throw him a cat. Take that.
Achoo! 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 As he
Fine.
Oh,
sneezes,
he's gone.
as he sneezes himself into the other room.
Oh, well, that'll be fun for him. He can study the spell I used to cast it. Okay, bye.
And Morty's tail is just straight up. Morty just casually walks back out. Not even like phased by him sneezing. Just
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys could hear that. What sounded like fucking a cat on a cat tree. That was the dog scratching the shit out of his bed to make it comfortable again.
That's so funny when animals do that.
So,
Cool.
so
Yeah, so we'll do a little tour of the orphanage, check out how everything's going. See
Okay.
if there's anything I need to set on fire.
What's the adoption rate?
Hmm. That's a good point.
there's no fee. It's pretty much they just.
No, how many kids come in versus how many are adopted?
Oh, good question.
That's an
I imagine
important
like
part of
any
it.
of the ones who have magical talent we keep. Probably.
Surprisingly enough, there doesn't seem to be that many kids here. There seem to be some that are apprentices for the church, but that's maybe you only saw that kid that sneezed himself out, and there seems to be a kid in the dining room that's like a bunch of long tables. You assume this is where everybody eats, and they're just sitting at a table with some food as you guys walk in. And they're with a bunch of little, like, they're pretty much babies. They're like ages 3 and under, little kids
No.
of various races.
The
Ooh,
chillins. I imagine I had a couple of magical acolytes. They'll be around.
That is
Six
perfect adoption age.
of the 10 are tieflings.
Yeah. So many little me's. I'm so happy.
Yours? Why do you
No,
put your
no,
kids in
Oh,
your-
no, no.
Unless someone cloned me, which I wouldn't be surprised.
One
That's
seems
happened
to be a
before.
little tiefling girl that has blue skin.
I wouldn't put it past Mordekaiden to have done that. Ah, blue skin.
Super
That's
creepy.
so
Do
rad.
not say that, Varth. That's just gonna live
That-
in her brain for forever now.
Cloning is actually a very good technique if you're a high level adventurer.
Yeah, if
That
you
way
were
they
the
always
one
go
who
back.
decided to do it.
It's also no
Consent is
longer
important, y'all.
spelling.
But yeah, so there's a
Uh,
lot of tieflings here. Is there like a tiefling going around just abandoning his kids?
Probably. They do that.
The teen gets up, and the little blue tiefling girl like pulls on his legging on his robe, and he's like, "Who are they?" He's like, "Oh, I'm going to see. You kids go play in the other room now."
Oh.
He escorts them into another room, and he's back.
I
like,
got a
5 minutes
dagger
later.
for them to play with.
No.
That's
no.
As I push dagger forward.
it. Smart. Nice. Kids, right?
I had kids once.
Yeah, they're mostly here because most people don't take tieflings.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's understandable. They don't look like most people around here.
That's half the reason Azra wasn't in an orphanage in Neverwinter. Tiefling.
I was gonna say, how can I help you? But I definitely recognize you as he points to Varth.
What's up? And B, hello.
Ezra was the one who started the orphanage.
Like, this is my idea. Fuck
Yeah,
you, kid.
And the purple.
Also,
and the
she's
purple
literally
tiefling.
the one of us that stands out the most. Like, Varth
Yeah.
has changed a couple of times, and I just look like a
Sure.
person.
Azra is
I'm like
purple.
a neon
Yeah.
pink sign.
She's purple from like head to toe.
Yeah.
Hair, horns, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, you're Azra. Oh, it's good to meet you. As he goes to shake your
Hey,
hand.
bud.
You haven't recognized him at all. This new face
Gone
for
that
you.
long?
What's your name, bud?
Good question. As I have to look up random names in Chilton.
Steve.
Steve. He is Steve. now.
No! No!
You must deal with the
It had to be a
consequences.
Steve.
The
There had to be a Steve
consequences of
somewhere.
your Stevening.
Well, I'll
He's
take it.
Steve with a PH.
Alright, Steve. Yeah.
You know, I could
really
have.
just
I could have went like, "Howdy, my name's Ford."
You're very tough.
wasn't an orphanage.
Anyway.
Coughs up salt water. Anyway, so
It's too
Alright.
real. Anyway,
why are you guys here? You never show up here.
we just checking on this
Making
stuff.
sure
Is
everything's
everything
alright.
cool?
Yeah, everything's cool.
We actually sort of just got back to this plane.
They do pay you, right?
It's a long story.
I get an allowance. It's just like the exact same response the other
Is
team
it
does.
enough for a living? Would you consider it a living
He's a
allowance?
baby.
or
Shut
like
up.
a minimum allowance?
I get paid a gold a 10 week. Not 10 week, 10 day. Wow, I am just not thinking.
That is
a big difference.
Yeah,
right?
that is
That
a
is-
huge
that
difference.
is literally half. No.
That's about a
not-
fifth of the year, yeah. No,
So it is less than
but
like a trained.
Now, does your food come out of this allowance, or is that also provided?
I'm sorry, who are you?
You don't have to talk to him if you don't want to.
Are you
He's just like that.
are you one of the port inspectors? Because you don't look like
No.
him at all.
You do know
I'm
that I've
sorry.
warned you about the one called Baron, right?
Nope.
Okay, that's Baron. Don't talk to him.
Oh,
I'm more
okay.
integrity than the port inspectors.
Don't let anyone else talk to him either.
He
I-
actually
I understand my Messiah.
what?
I've been to the city called Del Diablo. I don't think.
Did I hear that right?
Here,
What?
You're what, right?
You worship Varth.
No, they follow Asticia. I am a follower of Asticia. They
Wait.
would probably see me as some sort of messiah of sorts. Yes.
So,
I've
is it
turned
good
myself
everyone?
into a water elf, Genasi.
you've turned
Not
yourself.
me.
You're the Messiah, the Messiah of water. The one that has turned into the most perfect form you can be.
I turn into water. Elemental form. Not many people can do that.
And all of
It's
you.
just like, this is not where I saw my orphanage going.
Right.
Hello,
You're saying
cult.
I had the ego.
Cult! That's what I did!
Well,
As he
Here
leads
it
you,
is.
as he leads into the next room, that's the chapel. You go all greeted by the awkward horror that is the opposite wall behind where the altar is, as it shows a giant wave, and Varth is in front of it, looking all very divine.
Where's the Z?
There's like a painting mural of Varth with the mask on.
I start to graffiti myself on the other wall with like a wall of fire.
Hey, wait, what are you doing? Stop it!
I'm important too. Shut up, Frank.
We were
Whatever
there,
your name
too.
is.
I'll get in trouble, and he's like shape watering it away.
You won't get in trouble. We own the place.
Yeah, we kind of run
Turning Azra into fucking Jester. She's gonna fucking face this place.
The little 3-year-old blue tiefling girl's head pokes out and sees you drawing, giggles, then hops back
Oh.
away.
Azra doesn't know what to do.
As
Maddie
she-
wants to hug the baby tiefling.
As she retreats away, you notice her little tiefling tail go away, and she has a little pink bow on the back of it.
As I send another cat. I cast Flock of Familiars and I send another cat after the baby.
You hear like, they're after me.
the worst.
I would say that only the ones that show wisdom are the ones trained to be druids, and the rest of them are trained to be, are educated to be wizards.
Yeah.
You hear her.
Any of them that show any kind of intellect.
So the
are
wizards
mine.
are in where Azra's section is. This is the Varth section. The
She-
And
Azra
here's that
section.
one
She
dumb,
screams.
unwise guy who's just charismatic, like bitches.
She
It's in
screams.
between.
She screams, and a little girl. It's like a little girl scream, so that's loud. And
Oh.
That's hot.
do any of you go to check out what happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
Baron
I'll
goes.
look,
I hear
I'll look through
screaming
Monty's
and
eyes.
You notice that the scream wasn't of terror, but of glee, as she's laying on the ground, and there are just a bunch of cats on top of her, and she's like being tickled. And she's like giggling.
This is the cutest shit. 10 out of 10 worth learning that spell just for this. Shenanigans.
She's like snuggling one of them,
Yeah, I just leave the cats with her.
and the one cat, and the cat she's snuggling was like, "I immediately regret. Let me out. Help."
There's like 4 limbs and 2 wings. Like,
Yeah.
The hilarious thing is they're all your familiars, so they can telepathically. They actually have the words to say, "No, let me out. You know what?"
I imagine like Azra's very good at tuning out like the familiar side of her brain. She's just like, there's like 4 cats like screaming. It's like the logo for this place has a little trism and then like a little symbol of Astucia.
Well, the front is the orphanage, and then back further is where the church is.
Yeah, but I imagine we have like a combined logo, like
Right.
on.
Yeah. The logo is a
Yeah.
the trism with the symbol of Astucia.
And this is one part of one of the many ziggurats in Old Town, in Old Narzar.
Ziggurats or
Yeah.
actual ziggurats.
Actual ziggurats.
We've talked about this. Okay.
So you have a temple, Varth. Azra has a orphanage,
A wizard school and orphanage.
and
Yeah.
Dagger has a museum being built.
I have something. I never really got around to it. It's mostly like
We'll do that now.
a second house with a bunch of stuff in it.
So what does
Well-
Tess Chung have?
We'll do it now. Greater Stone Shape Museum.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Kind of need to like
Ding, ding, ding.
Does, like, the
for that sort of
sparkle
stuff usually, but okay, all right.
Well, your
We
permits
are
are for
gentrifying this area.
this way, not that way.
I don't know. I haven't asked anybody.
Or you
When
built
we
them
had the
inside.
idea, we left literally within like the hour.
Yeah.
Technically, we
You notice below
dig
the
up
painting.
basement.
Below the painting, there seems to be like a bowl, half a bowl, jutting out from the wall. And there's like a hole in the wall, and there seems to be water flowing in that flows into the bowl, and also goes into another
Oh,
section.
great. Indoor plumbing. I've had to go for a while.
No, no.
Let me show you what that is, Barry.
I thought you guys were fancy.
Takes you outside. There's a shovel and a few holes.
There you go.
He shapes water inside the hole.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's this plane I think we visited called Ravnica that has indoor plumbing. The best in it.
Uh-huh.
Did you say
Plumbing.
Did you say erotica?
Ravnica. Ravnica.
Sexy plane with toilets.
Toilet.
I don't want those toilets, but all right. So
No, don't want that at all.
anyway, back here, you're pretty sure that this is following your teachings, where that's like the bowl of holy water.
Yeah. Running water is holy.
It's also
Yep.
where they do baptizing and all that.
Mm-hmm. I try and push the Baron over a stream of running water and see if he dies.
He doesn't take any.
Vampires not cross running water? Isn't that a thing?
He doesn't take
Yeah.
any acid damage.
Wrong kind of vampire.
That is definitely a
I was
thing,
just
though.
making sure.
Why do you want to kill me so much, Azra? I've saved
I
your
don't.
life.
I was just seeing if something would happen. Shut up, and then I leave. Misty step. Like, bye. I'm out of this conversation now.
See if she was so hurt if I throw acid in her face. I mean, that's just rude.
Also, for wondering what Chung and Tess do or have here, I don't know that they have a specific thing, but I can guarantee that Tess has probably taught like 10 of these children how to pick pockets.
They're
Oh,
not-
totally. I was thinking like they kind of like freelance
It is-
weapons proficiency experts.
It is then that you all realize that Chung and Tess didn't join you when you got teleported out of Mesra.
Oh,
Oh.
what the fuck?
They weren't in
He-
the room.
Get out!
Ooh, Chow
I'll go
didn't
get
teleport them.
I go get them and bring them back.
Okay,
You can technically do that.
I'm good.
all right.
Mm.
So
Huh.
Sorry
while
about
he's
that.
An hour of peace
Oh,
and quiet while he does
I
that.
probably should have waited for you guys to put pants on too. Just teleport there while they're still sleeping. The hair is just everywhere. It's like,
so what are they doing?
Baron just went and got them and teleported them back.
Oh.
Teleported them back here. That's
I
all.
was joking that they were sleeping and I just grabbed them straight from the bed.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably weren't at this time of day, but
It- it's like it's still early morning. I mean, you guys teleported, so
We
guys
did
left
go
in the
like
morning.
right. We did go very early morning, yeah.
it's been maybe
Yeah.
a half hour since you got in the city.
Cool.
Yeah, so
In the meantime, while the
that's
teleport is happening, I'm gonna grab my acolytes, whoever is there,
Sure.
and like do
yeah,
some
brought
magic.
Tess, Chung, and
Oh, Warm.
Yeah.
Form, yes. You just start doing the robot.
I couldn't remember his name.
Not untrue.
You're not far off.
I
It
think
takes
that's
you.
one of the group.
It takes you a while to find him because he's already started walking through the jungle straight
my
towards
God.
Port Arthur.
Oh, buddy.
I need to stop forgetting about him.
Oh,
This
buddy.
is why Dag should have had him the whole time.
The main reason he was difficult to find is because you're like you can see the clear path
Wonderful.
in the jungle because he's like tearing up trees and shit.
He just walks against a tree until it falls over.
But he walks. He's in a creek, so you see him as he's walking out of the creek.
This is probably how he got stranded in the forest in the first place. He just like got stuck
That's
somewhere in the.
how he got stranded in the first place.
So he's here and he's like covered in a little bit of algae, and there's like one little crawfish that just hops out of his helmet.
While Baron is off collecting the rest of our retinue and everybody else is dragged, Dag's gonna go and try and find whoever it is that runs this place. I know we hired like a
There's a druid that runs the place.
yeah.
And once I get Vorm back, I'm gonna grab Vorm and then get all my students to cast spells on him for practice because he regains HP and has like a bunch of resistances. He's a perfect like
Make a
practice
strong
dummy.
dummy, right?
So, Burm, how do
Yeah,
you
but
feel
he's
about
fun.
everyone treating you like shit?
He doesn't say anything, and he doesn't
He doesn't have
acknowledge you.
feelings. It's fine. I'm like sitting on top of him, like with my boots.
When I find the woman who's in charge, yeah, I'm just gonna go try and find her. Or them, I don't remember.
I don't think I gave him a name.
I think there was a dude that we talked to last time, but I'm not sure if they were on the church side or on.
They are the part of the cult of Stygia.
Yeah, I think they were
Yeah,
on
they
the
were
church side because they were the ones that got chewed the fuck out.
Yeah, that's right, because they were like, money. We were like, don't. That was the end of the discussion.
Pretty much. Don't. Also, here's 25,000 gold.
Yeah, good times.
I don't think it was that much, but it was a lot.
That was a lot.
All right. His name, and I'm writing it down myself,
Ooh.
So am I.
is
Wrong.
Baraka. Baraka.
Bless you. Isn't that a kaiju? Oh. It's a shame.
And that's the guy in charge of the orphanage.
Mm-hmm. They probably call him Wave Master Baraka.
Okay.
It's super fun. Super fun live, everybody. We're taking notes.
Yeah.
The life of a wizard.
Hey, I know it's been a while since we've been in here, but
He is a Cholton male. All of his hair has been clean shaven off, bald, and he has tattooed on his face, identical to Varth's mask, the symbol of his disease. And he does the full, like, all the way down bow.
Wave master,
Alright.
you may rise.
I thought I was alone. I thought you were off doing other things.
No, I just showed the Baron where
No.
the bathroom was, and I came back in.
Oh, okay.
You notice he's wearing probably a little fancier robes. They look more there's like a gradient to them essentially. There's more than one color of blue.
Like Bo.
Yeah.
Like Cobalt Soul Gradient.
How's everything been?
Everything has been running smoothly for the past few months.
Just the ominous clatter of dice while he was saying that.
I was rolling to make sure. That was true.
Everything's going smoothly.
Wait, let me check.
Everything's fine.
That just really tickled me. Continue.
Tickled you like a bunch of flying cats?
Exactly like that. God, I want to adopt that baby in real life. But Azra doesn't know what to do with it. She's like, what is child?
The opposite of what happened to you. That's the best way to do it.
Even though she's blue-skinned, she seems to always be blushing a purple on her cheeks.
Oh, the blue one? Oh, that's cute.
I have like purple. Well, Azra does. I don't.
While you're talking shop, the Baron goes and hangs out with the kids.
Cool.
They
That's not going to go terribly.
They stare at the Baron like they're scared, and they sit on the opposite side of the room.
No.
As a big
I'll send a cat
imposing
to the Baron so
adult,
they know it's cool.
as a big imposing adult just showed up that they don't
That's
know.
true.
Give me a charisma persuasion.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You're
He's
talking
even
about
better at that.
Plus 400. Oh, okay.
4 million.
Let me just add my age to the modifier.
That is a 22.
Okay. You are quite successful in the thing you said secretly.
Yeah, Dag's just asking, so like, what's been going on? Has anything gone wrong? Any weird stuff?
No, not at all. We've
Nothing
been
really to-
using the donations that we get here to make sure everything runs smoothly. With the excess, you had strictly told us in our holy scripture, as you see, he has like a book on the altar.
You scared like
It's
a new faith of the new branch of the faith into them.
there's the titles in Aquan.
Kid wrote the 95 theses for these assholes.
that we should.
As I told Scott when we did this, I established the cult that I have. Here.
Yeah.
So,
That we should use the excess of the donations to help out the city. So first we were using it to help fix the damages from that turtle dragon explosion. But after that was done, we came to a great conclusion that the children probably find a more sense of value if they had an allowance. So we've been giving them an allowance as long as they do their chores.
Makes sense, yeah. To further that and just make sure things are going, because we don't always know when we'll be back, I'm going to give them 1,000 gold. That should last them for, I believe, it's 25 gold a day.
That should last us about 2,000 years. Got it. Oh,
No, it would only last like 40.
the building is like they weren't being used. Like it's not like
it should be.
we bought a building that was abandoned.
This
So-
building.
Yeah, but we still have to feed all of them and clothe them and
You-
educate them.
You
and pay all the
guys,
workers and
you
everything.
guys are in the ghetto, but this building is like the one building that's like super nice.
And the druid can cast a lot. Like I think Scott said he was like he wasn't like level 1. He had some levels to him, so he could probably cast some of the create food spells too.
Yeah, he's nowhere near your guys' level at all.
And I think Azra's frozen.
Oh, I thought she was really skeptical. I wasn't sure.
It's hard to tell with stuff.
But yeah, besides that, everything's been running quite smoothly.
Yeah.
We haven't, unfortunately, we haven't really gotten too many people to join. That's fine.
The more children we can save, the better the generations will be in the future.
Indeed.
Long term. Always the goal.
How are they doing? Are they like having lessons? I don't know how your education system that you guys set up worked. I think Azra was dealing with more of the book
Azra-
reading stuff.
He probably starts to, the wave master starts to show you around the church areas. And essentially the tour is like showing some of the kids, obviously they're willing. They don't force any of the kids to join. But those that show magical capabilities and those that are interested in keeping with going further with the faith, they start their acolyte training. They're essentially pretty much the first spell they learn is shape water, and they're working with that. And they pretty much seem to have the teachings be they use shape water for almost everything they do in life.
Dag's
they
more
go up
concerned
there.
with making sure like all of them can read and do math and
Oh.
just like
They're taught druidic
she's
stuff.
They're taught Druidic and Aquan.
yeah, she's gonna make sure that they. I'm gonna go pay a teacher with. I'm gonna say find a teacher with some of that gold I just gave you and start teaching them to speak and read Common.
Oh, that's not really needed.
Okay, like that's a cat thing. I don't know if they have public schools here. I don't know how easy or hard it is for them to teach all of these kids to read.
I mean, Maddie's side of things deals with more wizardly related.
Oh,
And then Maddie dropped.
Yeah,
There's
Maddie's
one.
dropped. Maddie's side of the things deals with the more wizardly related ones, which would be probably very language heavy.
That's true. I guess.
Weird me. I'm gonna fix the windows just in time for her to come back. You guys hear a bunch of stomping and stuff in the other room that the Baron was in, and the kids are laughing and stuff.
Well, I guess if they're laughing, it's okay.
I listen in.
You can hear like some kind of song playing, like some real simple stuff, like some clapping and all that.
Okay.
All right, so.
All right.
Some kids are giving some do-to-dos, you know, not a big deal.
God damn it, Baron.
Oh yeah, it's one of the main lullabies that they're taught from Mysticia.
Oh my god.
A lullaby about sharks. and that's as far as I'll go with that. Do you guys do anything else in here? We probably will when she pops back in the call, but want to make sure if you guys want to do anything.
What
you
did
go ahead.
Did you have any mind? Okay. I'm basically going to do exactly what Dagger did, make sure everything's all right, check up on everything, and then I pass down the ritual of how I turned myself into a water Genasi to Wave Master Baraka.
Okay, you know that the main problem with that is you need that artifact.
Right.
But we'll say you can give me an Arcana check.
Oh, shit. Where's Azra when you need
I'm
it?
gonna give you advantage. No, not advantage. Bardic inspiration.
Maybe you should just roll instead because you have Arcana.
Yeah, but I'm only talking about your magic fish thing.
Oh, yeah. Was it D12 now?
Yeah.
Damn it. Bardic Inspiration did not help much. It was 1. 13.
You think you could possibly use one druidic spell and modify it a bit to make it work, but it's been really difficult. You're like working with them, and it's going to be like a druidic ritual that takes more than one caster. You could do it on your own, but you're trying to teach them to do it. They wouldn't be able to do it with only one person. But so you're experimenting with that for a bit.
Yep.
But right now you're making progress, but you haven't quite figured out how to do it yet.
Okay.
Dag is, while we're here, or whenever we're at the actual temple and she's not doing something else, she probably is going to tell the kids all kind of stories. However, she is going to mention to, I guess, go find Azra maybe, or the Baron, since Varth is a little distracted with his magic talks. Yeah, she's going to go find the Baron, see what's making all those kids giggle so much.
Okay, you go into the other room, and you see the Baron is teaching them how to dance.
No.
What dance are you teaching them?
Just a folksy kind of dance. I haven't really thought of it yet, the details.
Okay. And I guess that will be as good a spot as any, because notice the time. That we're gonna end the episode. So, sorry, Maddie, if you try to join, but it's it's around that time.
Yeah.
Maybe like send her a message in Discord or something.
Yeah, I am right now.
Okay. As we're going to close, anybody got any plugs before we call it a night?
I think tomorrow, Waterdeep?
Yeah.
This channel at 10 Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are in Falconia with the carnival. That's going to be fun.
Totally not going to die.
Not at all.
It's one of the more straightforward domains.
Oh, good. Patients will enjoy that.
Yeah, straightforward. Ooh. Oh, her phone died.
Oh, yeah, apparently her phone died.
Oh.
Well, I'll do her plug, I guess. Madi, who's been playing our Tiefling Azra, you can see her Twitter tag down below where her name's at Time Patches on Twitter. She currently has commissions open for overlays.
Woo!
They're a lot fancier than the one you see here. So, if you want a cool overlay for your Twitch streams, if you're running D&D or Call of Cthulhu or pretty much any tabletop, she's the person to go to. They are really, really awesome. Blake, do you got anything?
Well, as it's coming along, I need to get a list of people who are involved with playing in it, but I am starting to begin planning and writing out the Wild West campaign, partners, and we'll be going back to Morkios in a very sandy environment as things have dramatically changed on the planet's surface since the Slayers left. So I'll get a list of players that are involved with it and then start writing it out. Unlike my last couple campaigns in Morkios, however, all of the combats in this one will be planned out, and we'll have more than one way to get through them. So there'll be at least 1 or 3 ways to get through every combat, sometimes more based on the situation. So paying attention to your environment might actually get through the combat faster than not.
Wow. All right.
Cool.
That'll be the tricky part.
And to close off, there won't be any games next week. I got other life things gotta do. So
It happens. Yeah.
But you can follow me on Twitter. We'll follow all of us on Twitter. I have a Patreon open, and
You just added something to it too, didn't you?
quite a few concept arts for a few aquatic creatures that will eventually come out in this really big, way too big of a project that will eventually be on the DM's Guild. But by the end of the month, for sure, I'm going to have the aquatic race from D&D Stormwrack book back from 3rd edition called the Darfellan. And they look like very, they're humans, essentially, but with a very orca-like skin pigment.
I love the art of them. It's super great.
I like it too. All of the art of them is just, even the 3.5 art of them is all done very fantastically. Check out some of the art done in the Stormwrack book that was in 3.5. You can just look up the art for it online. It's really, really nice looking art. The Darfellans were some of my more favorite ones from that book. So I'm glad to see Scott resurrecting them again in 5th, as they weren't brought back by the creators. So
that will be one of many playable aquatic races that in Ghost Saltmarsh campaign on this channel people have been playing. So on that note, we'll call it a night. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Ciao.
later.
As I switch and transition.